Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Trader Shop. My name is Jay Seals, and I am by myself today because Hobbs has been snowed in. He has the whole family at home, and he said he's not even going to trade today, which I don't blame him because trying to trade with kids at home is nuts. My oldest is actually home today because we are expecting a storm at around 11 o'clock. So bad that they closed the schools. They called it a winter storm, but it didn't get cold in Florida like that. So we got wind, rain, and hail supposed to be coming my way. So um, by 11 o'clock, we're gonna be playing the stream by ear because if uh, if it gets bad, they're talking about I could potentially lose power. Which, come to think of it now, would really suck if I was in the middle of a trade and then I just lose power because I mean, there's not much for me to do after that. But anyway, the market was nuts. The market was absolutely wild. You can see it on my screen already. The market, ES, if you ever said ES don't move, all you NQ MFers out there and all you ES haters out there, I know I got at least 5 of y'all or at least 4 of y'all. It's all good though, whatever. I'm just messing. But ES went ham yesterday and NQ also went ham. ES, I believe, finished the day like up 55 points, something like that. And NQ was up 400 points, which is absolutely insane. We just like killed like 4 days of progress to the downside, only for the bulls to come through. So we'll talk about that in a second. But I completely got my ass whooped yesterday by this market. I'm not gonna lie. I do not do good on days where we do nothing but go straight up and have no type of pullbacks whatsoever. If you guys remember, I went over 4 yesterday, only down $100, not a big deal. I tried to short the market. For those of you who say, well, you should follow the trend. Well, technically, the trend was down yesterday till it wasn't, and then it just was up and up and up and up. So, it is what it is. Jack said I'm here, won't let me in. Won't let me in. I don't know why. I sent you a screen recording. Okay. I'll look at it later. You sent it to me on Twitter or X or whatever. Yeah, I'll check it out. We'll try to get that fixed, Jayhawk. But yeah, I got toasted. And like I said, I'm not good at days like this because I never know when the top's going to be. And I feel like I'm going to be the one that's longing the top, right? And then, days like this also, they don't happen too often. Like, I can't remember the last day that we went straight up. It's rare, right? Like, it's really, really rare that these days happen. Most of the time, we're chopping around or we're coming up, but we're still having those pullbacks, right? Yesterday was a short squeeze where shorts were getting squeezed out of the position. They had to buy the market back to get out of their short, which only fueled the market to go up even higher, right? So short squeezes don't happen every day. This is like a mini short squeeze, right? It's not like a GameStop short squeeze or anything, but it was a short squeeze nonetheless. And now we got to deal with the aftermath of this short squeeze, right? So for ES, I kind of have like a makeshift 30-minute demand zone, right? I kind of just combined these two. So we had a rally, a base, and a rally, and then a base and a rally. And I kind of just combined the rally-base rallies together to make one big zone. I could make them into like one smaller zone, or I could just like take it from wick to wick here. But I just decided to grab all of it. This is really the only area where I'm looking at buyers, because I was basically looking at buyers between 477.350 and 476.025 as an area where I want buyers to step up because we've been selling back down overnight. I'm viewing this as a retracement, not as a not as a true sell off. So until we get below the previous high of day, I want to be looking for longs. I think this morning, just my early prediction of what could happen. There's 2 different scenarios I'm kind of watching. One, because we rallied so much over yesterday, a lot of traders last night, right, when they woke up, the Londoners, the Europeaners, the Asians, they were all taking profit, right? In the Tokyo session, the London session, the European session, they're all taking profit, right? Because they're up so much. If they long the market in their session, then when they woke up to a ton of cash, right? So they're taking their positions. Then once the New York pre-market opened up, now stock traders that are up, they're taking money off the table, right? And then when the market truly opens up for the option traders, they're going to be taking their money off the table, right? And so I think that the selling is going to continue. Now the question is, is when this selling starts, when the market opens, are there going to be new buyers that are going to absorb price from these sellers? If that happens, then the market will inevitably go back up. So that's scenario one that I'm watching. Scenario two that I'm watching is that when we open, we just straight start dumping. And if we just start straight dumping and the selling pressure is super high, then I'll look to take a scalp trade if we can get below 47, 60, 25. So that's pretty much my plan on ES. I want to be extra patient today, just because of the fact that we ran so much yesterday that a lot of times after we get a big move, whether it's from news or just, you know, big move in general, the next day is normally pretty sloppy. So I want to be a little bit careful there. NQ, pretty much same situation. I really don't have any good demand zones to play off of. We kind of have a 30-minute here, but I'm not really as big of a fan of this 30-minute. I mean, I like the rally we got out of it, but what I'm looking at on NQ is the 2nd of January's low of day ended up acting as support. So we rallied pretty strong, got above it. We retested it, it held, and then we continued to rally. So I'm looking for that area to act as support. Also, there's a 50% retracement at 16,594.75. So I want to see what we do there at this 50% retracement. This is 50% retracement of this entire move from yesterday. So I want to see what happens there. That's really my only plan on NQ for longs. And then kind of the same thing. There's not a lot of support or resistance once we get below the 2nd of January, right? Because we just rallied up here. So if we get into this area, I think we can have a really quick flush down to this 1 hour demand zone here at 484.25. So yeah, I think the market's kind of in a make it or break it area for me. If we can hold this 50%, then that's going to be really good. I don't know where the 30% is or any other really retracement line, but I would personally like to see us hold the 50, because I think if we can hold the 50, we'll come back up. But if we give up 50% of this move from yesterday on NQ, then I think we're going to test lower prices down to at least this 1 hour demand zone. And to be honest, now that I'm looking at it, the 30-minute looks actually better because it's a little bit higher. So I'd probably actually take this 30-minute and not the hour. So I'll just change this to a 30-minute real fast. Grab this and change it to 30. Yeah, so I'll probably take the 30-minute instead. But then let's take a quick peek at these stocks, because the stock market went absolutely nuts yesterday. Apple went crazy. It was up about $4, almost $5 in the day. Google was up. Let me see. Actually, I can just get the right ones. Google was up 314 on the day. Microsoft was up $6 on the day yesterday, almost $7. And then the damn man of the hour, Nvidia, or woman, whatever, was up $31 yesterday. $31. And the reason why was because I think they announced some like new chip or something that they're making, and the market went nuts. And then also with Nvidia too, I want to say that the fact that Bitcoin is running might actually be helping Nvidia stock out. And let me tell you the reason why I think that. When Bitcoin is running, right, that means that the Bitcoin miners are making money. And how do you mine Bitcoin? Well, you need graphics cards to mine Bitcoin. Who makes graphics cards? This guy, Nvidia, right here. So because Nvidia makes graphics cards and Bitcoin is running, that means that people are going to be buying graphics cards. What's that going to do to the graphics card prices? It's going to shoot them up again, right? And so that's going to make Nvidia more money. So even though Nvidia is losing out money on China because of that whole bill that they passed, if Bitcoin can continue to pump and there's a demand for Nvidia's chips, then Nvidia can sell their chips for more money, or they can sell their graphics cards for more money. In turn, that's going to help their revenue, which in turn is going to help their stock. So just kind of a theory on that. It's not so much of a theory as it's kind of what's happening. But yeah, so Nvidia, if you notice, is the only thing right now that's up in pre-market. Nvidia ran $31 and hasn't cooled off and is up $3 in pre-market with another 20 minutes or so left until the market actually opens up. So I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on Nvidia today, because I think out of all the stocks, if Nvidia continues to rip, it's going to drag everything else up with it. The fact that Nvidia is not selling off and people are still buying it. I mean, Apple's down $2, Google's down $1, and Microsoft is down about $2. And all these stocks yesterday ran like crazy. So just because these are pulling back and this one's not, I think if Nvidia continues to buy, and then we start to see Apple also pump, Google pump, and Microsoft pump, there's probably a pretty good chance the rest of the stock market is going to pump as well, along with Nvidia. And basically, the market's going to give us that pullback that we wanted to continue going up. So I'll be keeping an eye on these stocks today, as well as the tape and everything else. And then lastly, the VIX. The VIX gapped up. The contract changed over yesterday, which I feel like we changed over a little bit earlier than we normally do. I don't know when the last changeover was. Let's see. It was on the 13th. So yeah, a couple of days early. Not sure yet what to make of the VIX. We gapped up and then we kind of just stayed still. So the VIX contracts gaps up every single month. So I'm not sure what to make of this yet. So we'll just have to wait and see. If the VIX starts to sell back down again, then the market should pump. If it rallies, then the market will dump. So we'll see what happens there. I don't really have much other than I'm just going to keep my eye on the VIX. We've just been kind of in a range on the VIX anyway. So we'll see what happens there. But that's what I have on the day. That's what we'll be watching. So now we just got to wait until the market actually opens. So let's get into these comments. Hustle for Life says, good morning. Good morning, Hustle for Life. I talked to Jayhawk already. Micaiah says, morning. Good morning, Micaiah. Good morning, Bray. And then Micaiah says, NVIDIA is an awesome company, but nowhere near the worth what Microsoft or Apple are worth. Well, I mean, yeah, when you're talking about market cap, I agree. Well, I don't know. NVIDIA might have a higher market cap than Microsoft at this point, to be honest with you. Let's see. The market cap on Microsoft is 1.29 trillion, and the market cap on oh no, you're right. The market cap on Microsoft is 2.78 trillion, and they got a market cap of 1.29 trillion. Yeah. So yeah, I'm assuming Microsoft split at some point. But yeah, no. I'm pretty so NVIDIA. Here's my guess: at some point, NVIDIA is going to split, and they're going to come down because $525 a share is a lot, and most people aren't going to pay for an entire share, and they're going to want people to pay for shares. So I think at some point we're going to see a split on NVIDIA. Apple's not going to split anytime soon because they just split like a couple years ago. And they're nowhere near the split. I think they split at about $500. So, or maybe it was more like 300. Might have been 300. But Apple's probably not going to split. They split. They split again recently though, or well, they split at like 300, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So Pop, one of our Discord members, was telling me that they split at 500 and they split for every one share you owned, you got 10 after the split. And then they split at 350, and for every one share that you own, you got 7. So, and they probably won't split again for a while. I think Nvidia is going to split here probably pretty soon. They hit $1 trillion market cap. They're at all-time highs. People are still buying, but yeah, I thought it was 5, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, Nvidia's probably going to split at some point. I doubt Microsoft will split for a while. And then let's check Tesla real fast, because I think Tesla ran yesterday, but it didn't run as much as you would think it would. Like, I remember the days where Tesla would run like between 30 and 50 bucks a day. But yeah, Tesla ran too, but it's also gapping down. So it should be interesting. Makai says it does, which is what I'm saying. Yeah, but you're saying it's not near the worth of Microsoft or Apple, and you're right. It's not. It's not. It's got another basically $2 trillion to go before it gets there, and for it to get there, that would mean that's what I'm saying. Like for Nvidia to reach Microsoft status, it would have to be like $1,500 a share, and it's probably not going to $1,500 a share. So that's why it'd be better for them to split and then try to get back up into this $500 range, and then at that point, it probably will be closer to an Nvidia or to a Microsoft because it's at 2.78, and I'm pretty sure Apple was at 3 trillion, but it's not there anymore. So, it's close to Apple and Microsoft, but I'm saying that Nvidia isn't worth the price. Yeah. No. Oh, it's not worth the price of this. Oh no. It's at all-time highs. Hell no, it's not worth the price. I wouldn't be paying $524. I mean, more than I don't think it's done. I think we could see Nvidia at like 550 at some point in the year, honestly, unless they split. Which again, I'm really hoping that they split. Eric says Nvidia, my little baby. She helped me become consistent and grow my account with it. GME and AMC were steroids to my account. Yeah, I missed the GME AMC era of trading. I knew about the market and I knew how the market worked, and I was investing in stocks, but I didn't understand what was going on with GameStop and AMC at the time. And I thought it was risky, honestly, because I didn't know. Like, and so funny story while we have time, Hobbs called me and he was like, bro, I'm buying AMC. This was before we were like really, really cool, really close. Like we were friends, but we weren't like as close as we are now, like nowhere near as close. He called me, he's like, bro, I got AMC. You should buy it. And I pulled up the stock because I understood how stocks worked at the time. And I was like, he was like, I'm up XX amount of dollars. I'm gonna tell you how much he was up. He was like, I'm up XX amount of dollars. And I was like, damn, like how much? I in my head, I'm like, damn, he must have invested like, you know, like 10 grand to be up this much. I was like, there's no way. Like, I don't have that type of money right now. You know what I'm saying? And I told him, I was like, oh, that's crazy. Like, congratulations. I was like, yeah, but you know, I don't got the money to invest like that in AMC. And he's like, all right, cool, bro. Just like, you know, click. And then he posted something on Facebook, and he was up like a significant amount of money. And I was like, how is this dude doing this? Like, what is going on? So I called him. I was like, bro, what are you doing? Like, I gotta know, because I was like, did you just put like a whole bunch of money, like all the stimulus checks into AMC and just watch it run? Like, what are you doing? And then he was like, no, bro, I'm using options. He's like, options are only like, you know, $100, $200, $300. I was like, wait, you flipped $300 into this much? He's like, yeah. And I was like, wow, okay, I need to know about this. So that's when I got into trading. That's when I started learning about options. And I had already missed the boat by that time, which was fine. But I was like, okay, this is what's going on. Like, you don't have to have wealth to make a ton of wealth when you're talking about options. Like, you can actually grow an account with a very little amount of money. So that's how I actually got into trading, was through that, because I missed that whole craze. And then by the time I was trading, Nvidia was expensive. Nvidia was like $500 for like in the money options contracts. And I was like, I'm not paying $500 for in the money. You're crazy. I think like I want to. Well, I mean, I haven't done it before, but that was through. Not take that back, because I think I got like $1,000 gain one time in Tesla, and it went ham. But yeah, was on the iPad autocorrect. Oh no, you're good. Makai says estimates having it going to 620 a share, which is absurd. Honestly, I don't think it's worth $300 a share, but things are worth what people are willing to pay, I guess. Crazy. I think it's worth 620 a share. When you really think about it, I think it's worth way more, actually. Nvidia is like the leading chip and graphics card maker in the United States, and nobody's touching them. They're pretty much a monopoly when you think about it, because I mean, yes, there's Intel, but Intel's really trash when you think about it. Like, Nvidia is the way to go. If you're talking about chips and you're talking about graphics cards, it's Nvidia or bust. So I 100% think they're worth that much, and I think that they're going to dominate the market. They're basically the Apple of the chips, in my opinion. So yeah, I think they're worth it. Eric said I saw it on Reddit. The DFV guy posted his position. Everyone said they were gonna buy. I bought 100 at $5. Oh my god! And $10 each. If you think it's basically 1K trade, and I turned 1K into 86. God, that's nuts. Could have been 100K, but I sold too early. Hell, but I know you was happy with 86K, and that gave you the cushion. And there's a lot of stories like that. But the crazy thing is even though there's a lot of stories like that, the question is how many people actually kept the money, because that's when trading was easy. That's when you bought calls and everything was going up at that time too, like after the fact. Like I still remember my first trade was what was that EV company? Dang. I don't even think, do I still have the, let's see if it's here. Nope. It might be here. See my old watch list. Nah, I don't have it. I'd have to look at my I'd have to look at my Robinhood, because I think I got rid of it. But I'm trying to think of what my first options trade was on a electric car company. I can't remember the name. I'm trying to remember it. Electric car companies. What was it? Lucid. That's what it was called. It was Lucid. It was back when Lucid was like at like $50 or something, but Lucid was like extremely volatile. And I remember I was on Robinhood. Hobbs walked me through how to buy an option call, but where I messed up was, and it was my fault. I didn't understand, but I accidentally bought a 1-day expiry for Friday, and I was supposed to buy a weekly so I could sell it on Monday, and so it ended up expiring down on the play. I don't remember how much money I lost, but at one point I was up like $70. I could have taken it, but I didn't want to take the day trade, because if you're trading options and you're on a margin account and you don't have 25K, then you only have 3-day trades a week. So I didn't want to take the day trade. So it ended up expiring, or it didn't even expire. I think I didn't end up taking the day trade. I was just down. But yeah, unfortunately, my first trade was a loss, and I could have been up. And then the sad part is, like, knowing what I know now, I could have taken that $70, been up, and then just re-entered into the play and got the weekly, and then still ended up making money on both. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, Lucid at that time was like nuts. It was one of like the hot EV companies. Now I think Lucid's in the dirt. Let's see, LCID is the ticker. I'm pretty sure Lucid is in the dirt right now. Yeah, Lucid is a $3 stock, which is insane, because back when I was trading Lucid, this thing was it was up here. It was like a $40 stock. Yep. It was back around here is when I first started trading Lucid in February, in this time frame, when it was on the rise. And then yeah, we had one more pump, and now Lucid is just in the dirt. Like, I don't even think they're making cars for real. Like, I don't know what's going on with Lucid, but it's a trash stock. I think we all have those stories of like our first trade or whatever, whether it was a winner or a loss. Like, you can go back and probably see where your first trade was and see how good or bad that stock is doing. Unless you traded like SPY or one of the big 7 or whatever, then I guess it's a little different. But yeah, that was mine. Makai says AMD is their competitor and has been for years. I forgot about AMD. You're right, AMD, but I still feel like AMD is nowhere near them. Like, if we let's check AMD real fast. Let's check AMD and see what AMD is doing. AMD's not bad. It's up 100. It's still $146. I'm sure AMD is getting a pretty nice pump from Nvidia. Although, yeah, it's getting like a sympathy pump for sure. People who can't afford to play Nvidia are buying AMD. I remember AMD. AMD also has like a really nice chart pattern here as well. So yeah, I can't. It'll be fun to play options again. Uh, especially because the volatility seems like it's coming back to the market. So that'll be fun. Eric says my first trade was penny stocks, quickest $300 I lost in my life. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny how fast you lose. I remember I was at medical when I was in the military, and I remember a guy talking about he was talking about penny stocks, and he said that his friend was making a killing on penny stocks. He said he had just learned, and like he was like a savant. Like I don't know. Like some people just get lucky and are good from the start, I guess. I started with penny stocks, moved on to options, then been trading futures for about 6 months. Nice. Yeah, I started with just investing in shares, then trading options, and then once I kind of got fed up with options and all the Greeks and understanding all that stuff, I moved to futures. And I think I'm just going to be stuck here. I think I'll play options for like swings, but I don't think I'm actively going to day trade options. And I think more and more my choice is being confirmed by all the option traders that I know. They're all switching to futures. We were talking about Jadon switching to futures. Carmine, he was trading options. Now he basically exclusively trades futures. He doesn't even really touch options as much anymore. Though actually, to be honest, I think the entire Team Bull crew, they're all changing over to futures. And just I think Matt Kors, if you know who Matt Kors is, he was a big AMC GameStop ape. He's trading futures now. Like a lot of the big names who were trading options back in the day, meaning like 2-3 years ago, they're all trading futures now. So all in all, been at it for 4 years. Let's go. Quit my job a little over a year ago. Started a mobile mechanic business with a friend. I bought all the diagnostic computers, a little truck, a little trailer. We split profits 50-50. Nice. So, do you have to like actively work, or is that just like passive income for you? Yeah, no theta decay with futures, no implied volatility where the contracts can be inflated. Yeah, 1,000%. And the other thing that I like about option or futures over options too is that there's no contract, so you can't get it wrong, right? Like, I mean, you can accidentally enter into a sell position over a buy position, but it doesn't really hurt you because you just get out and it's like whatever. You can get out for like a small loss and then just flip your position. But with options, with the fact of in cash accounts, it'll hurt you because then you'll buy the wrong one and then you got to get out and then you lose that cash for the day. Like there's just a whole bunch of cons. I mean, there's cons to futures too, but I feel like there's a lot less cons to futures than options. It just in my opinion. Makai says AMD has been on par with NVIDIA for graphics cards for years. They go back and forth. AMD will have the best card for a few years, and NVIDIA will. Personally, I always like NVIDIA cards more. Yeah, I like NVIDIA cards more too. I think I have an AMD and NVIDIA card in this computer. Actually, I got a Ryzen 9 and a GeForce RTX NVIDIA card. So, I mean, I guess I kind of go hand in hand, honestly. I think I don't know which is which, to be honest. I think isn't a Ryzen 9 a graphics card? I don't know. Honestly, I don't really even know the difference. I'm not that computer savvy. But anyway, the market's open. NVIDIA looks like it is already trying to kind of push. The market touched my demand zone, funny enough, almost. And is currently trying to push up. Probably would have been a slightly good opportunity to get long there, funny enough. But all good. I'm going to be patient this morning, see what happens. For all you guys trading NQ, you could let me know what you're looking at. I'll be flipping back and forth to the chat because it's just me today. But yeah, I'm kind of expecting for the market to rally, but let's see what happens. Got some selling going on right now. I'm definitely trying to be patient today. Pop, you're waiting until 67, you said earlier? Still here? Oh, yeah, you're still in here. What up, Trista? What up, Emmett? And I'm pretty sure KG, you're working. Good morning. All right. Yeah, so far this has been a lackluster open to say the least. See, I think at open this is going to be the fight where we're seeing a ton of selling going on right now. There's some bids below us though on the tape that I'm kind of watching to see if we hold. There's a lot of selling going on down here though. Which again, the selling makes sense because of the fact that we were up so much last night or yesterday. But we did tap into demand. Well, almost tapped into demand. There's a lot of selling going on down here. A lot of selling. Let me bring this over here. On the daily, it's showing a lower high. I think we're going down. Could be. We're seeing more selling, but some buying is starting to kind of take over. We got a bid that's coming up with the buying on the tape, so that's interesting. I'm just really curious if today's going to be a chop fest. $47.72. Yeah, I'm still going to be patient. There's a lot of selling going on down here. Could be potential absorption. I want to see one more test down, and I want to see what sellers decide to do. I still haven't seen enough to go long just yet, but I'm getting close. We're just kind of just dirtling around down here. Let's check NQ and see. Oh, NQ's ripping though. NQ ripped, and NQ's been the stronger name, so that is at least positive. And it looks like we're starting to kind of hold down here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take a long with you. They just put some orders down there. I'm gonna risk the low here, and I got long at 47735. So I'm gonna test a long out. I'm seeing buying. We just had another CBD divergence down here, so I'm gonna test along and see. I'm risking 4 points on the trade. If we can get some buying up out of here, and NQ is already taken off, so that's good. Nvidia is coming down, but the rest of the market is trying to rally, and then VIX is kind of staying still. So I'm gonna try a trade down here, see what happens. I like the buying that we're seeing. Your target's 9.5. Oh, you're going for it, huh? I got a 10-point target right now, but I like the buying that I'm seeing up out of this. So said, try a long here, see if buying comes in. The thing I want to work on today is just spotting red flags early. So one red flag is not being able to get above 4776. That rejection right there, I don't like. But we'll see if buying can continue. There's a bid below me, so that makes me feel okay. And then, I want to see NQ continue to push. NQ's been the stronger name, so as long as NQ can push, then we're good. But if NQ starts to sell, then this trade might be in a bit of trouble. Yeah, we just hit that. Looks like we're reversing. See if we can hold. There we go. That was a good defense by the Bulls. Looks like we're coming right back up. Let's check chat. Yeah, so looking at NQ, just want to see NQ continue to pump. ES is going for a second test. NQ didn't really move though, which is a little concerning. But I want to see if ES can break 4476, then I'll be in a good spot. Again, a ton of buying going on right here. If we get rejected here, I'm probably going to just get out because it's not. Yeah. All right, I'm out. All right, I got out. I got out for break even. We tried to reject that area twice, or we just rejected that area twice. A ton of buying, not getting rewarded up there. I got out for basically break even. I'll just look to re-enter, but I may regret cutting that position early, but I don't like the fact that we couldn't get above with all that buying going on. I didn't like that position, so even though I see a ton of buying up here, well, let me show you guys the tape, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Present, share screen, window, share. Okay, so I got long because we came down, we held, we rallied. All these aggressive sellers were getting ate up by the buyers. We rallied and then we did it again. So I got long, speculating we were going to go, and then you can see kind of the opposite happened to the upside. Strong buying, got ate up by passive sellers. We sold off. It happened again at the same level, which is kind of a red flag. And then we sold off again. And we're kind of just holding this area right now. So I'm just going to allow this to kind of play out. If we end up rallying through this, then, you know, I guess I messed up there. But I want to see this work out kind of quick. And it just wasn't. And we seem to be just absorbing price up here. Like price is just not able to get above here. So maybe if we get above here and then we retest it, then I could look to go long. But right now, I just don't like this area not being able to break, especially it being the morning. We should be a little bit more volatile. We should be getting a little bit more volatile action. And NQ pulled back, and then it just kind of like it stayed still. Even on the pullback, we're finding buyers, but we're not actually moving up. So it's kind of red flags. And now looking at this again too, we're actually getting a CVD divergence here. We got lower highs, but the CVD is making higher highs. So that's another red flag of weakness. So I tried it, but covering I think was the best idea there. It basically saves me a trade. And I'm perfectly fine with taking a break-even trade on that. So most likely we could come down and test some lower prices. So actually, I think I took like a. Oh no, that's definitely break-even. Okay, so we'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm open to getting back in. I need to see this. I need to see us break above this 4667 level and then pull back into it. So we might get the break here. We'll see. But right now, somebody's like absorbing price in this area. Let's check on these stocks. Apple currently is selling off. Nvidia is selling off. Microsoft is selling off. Google is coming up. So that's another reason too. All the stocks are in agreement with moving up either. And then VIX really isn't going anywhere. Let me go to like the 15. Yeah, the VIX is trying to sell off though, so that's kind of interesting. So I guess a bit of mixed signals right now. Looks like NQ's trying to catch a bid here too, but we're just moving sideways. I'd rather not sit in this chop. So let me go back to my charts. Back to the chart. Yeah, we're just chopping around sideways. So might be that type of day. Might be that type of day too, where we just chop around sideways all day and we don't do anything. Feels like VIX is trying to claim a gap up. Maybe. I doubt it though. I doubt it. Even though VIX gapped up, like that was just a contract switch, not a true like gap up. So right now I'm kind of viewing the market as weak. Apple's selling off. Google's getting a pump. Maybe the market's going to look to turn around here. Microsoft is getting a pump, and so is Nvidia. So we'll see what happens. You got NQ starting to kind of turn around. I don't like the sideways action right now. Hustle for Life says, yeah, I'm not taking a trade, just watching right now. Yeah, I tried to long the market early, speculating we're going to go higher, but we kind of just have flatlined. And I didn't like holding the position when I'm seeing kind of like I'm seeing two opposing forces right now. Like we had nice upside pressure, but then you could see you could just see the wicks to the upside there, and now we're just moving sideways. So anything can happen. I'll just let whatever wants to play out. But I thought we could get a quick early morning pump. We didn't get it, so that's one thing I wanted to work on, especially today after yesterday, was trying to see more red flags in the market, and I definitely spotted one. And I think calling them out as soon as I get in the trade, like, okay, we just rejected this area. I was only up like maybe 1.5 points. And the fact that I spotted kind of this absorption, you guys can't pull up. My bad. I'm by myself, so today's tougher. All right. So the fact that I spotted this absorption from the sellers here, and then we got it again here, made me not comfortable to be in the trade. Even though we got the absorption down here and down here, we got it here, and then we got it here again. And the market is now currently making lower highs and really lower lows. But we're also just kind of moving in a sideways fashion. And to be honest, maybe even rounding down at this point. So yeah, me cutting this trade was probably a good idea. Now, it doesn't mean I'm still not interested in longing the market. But I would much rather see us break below this low here and see how the market reacts to that. That's kind of more so what I'm watching. But this was a really bad open. Been short since 713. Nice. That was that like back at the high, right? Yeah. Dang, you almost like top ticked it. Nice. Yeah, and I think so. NQ just broke the low, and we found some buyers. So we'll see what happens. We just broke the low. ES looks like it's going for its low break though. And like I said, after a day where we ran 50 points, today's probably price action is not going to be the greatest. I do think we drop. I want to see it first. Okay, yeah. Let's see it. We're tapping into my demand zone now, so we'll see what happens here. See if we see what we do. Yeah, so we're tapping into demand. We're selling right now. We're getting some strong sells. Yeah, the selling pressure is pretty strong right now. I swear, if we give it all back, y'all, I am going to personally be upset. I'm not gonna lie. I am not gonna lie if we get that whole move from yesterday back. All right, so ES broke below the low of day. It's making a new low of day. We're in demand, so let's see what happens. See if buyers wanna push us up, or if sellers want to sell us seller. Targeting 590 on my runners. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. All right. Yeah. So let's see what happens down here. See if the selling continues or if buying wants to take over. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Well, some pretty strong selling. Some pretty strong selling. It's funny because yesterday there was no sellers in sight, and now today the sellers want to show back up. Like, hey, we're here, we're alive. Y'all thought we were dead? y'all thought we didn't exist no more? Yeah, all right. But cool. I'm 0 for 0 for 1 on the day, and I am really proud of myself for the way I just read this market because I was in a bad position, but I got out though. All right. We're seeing some strong buying coming up out of here. We're seeing some really strong buying coming up out of here. Let's see if it holds. We got about a minute. Got about a minute 32 left in the 5-minute candle. And we're getting some strong buying. Let's see if this fails. If this fails, it's not going to be good for bulls. But if we can hold up here, then I think it would be good. Let's go. Hustle for Life took a quick 3 points and out. Let's go. Yeah, we had really strong buying coming in. You got in off of your double bottom indicator. Hustle for Life. That thing seems like it's good for 3 points. Like every single time you get it, it's good for at least 3. Which if you're playing two minis isn't bad. I mean that's $300. Nice. All right, so we just had some pretty strong buying come up out of this level. We're pulling back now. Kind of looking to see if we hold. If we hold and maybe get a retest out of this, I want to see a 5-minute doji candle. That'd be really nice. 5-minute reversal doji candle. Let's check on NQ. See what he's doing. Let me check 5-minute. All right, 5-minute has kind of a doji. All right, so we got a kind of nice doji candle here. Let's see if we come back down, kind of retest this, and then go. It's based off an algorithm with price action. Moves with price action. Nice. Yeah, so we're starting to get some strong buying up out of this. But again, even though I'm seeing strong buying, there's like no follow through. Like it's like it gets cut off before it can kind of like really get going. And again, like I'm seeing bids put below price, which is good, but I'm not seeing that like strong buying that we saw yesterday. That's for sure. Or it wasn't even that we saw strong buying; it was like consistent. It was consistent buying. But this almost feels like a move to like trap people long, because like a lot of people have a long bias after yesterday. I mean, hell, I even tried the long market early. Um, I don't know, like maybe that was just shorts covering right there, and then we just have more selling. Looks like 4770 is acting as kind of a resistance right here. Kind of double bottoming again. So if the market starts moving sideways again, Makai says they trapped so many longs last night. Yeah, they did. All right, now we're starting to get some buying up out of here, but see if it continues. Yesterday was an algo day. Add to that shorts getting squeezed plus people in general. That went long. Perfect recipe for a trend day. Yes, agreed. Today it seems like we have some good price action in both long and shorts. Yeah, I agree with that too. We do have nice price action for longs and shorts. Looks like we're getting some buying up out of this demand zone here. Let's see if this buying actually sustains and holds. If we can get above if we can get above 4776 on ES, then I think longs will be good. And yeah, I agree, Pop. This failing for bulls won't be good. And NQ is also struggling to rally right now. NQ's not moving. Yeah, NQ's not moving. That's kind of a problem. Kind of a problem. And then looking at the stocks, I mean, Apple's still selling off. Google caught a bid, but then it's selling off. Yeah, I still don't like longs. Like I think longs are currently being shut off. We just got rejected at 4773. Yeah, they are above it, but it just now today's just another slippery day. Here's a pullback though. There's a pullback. We actually held previous resistance. We just held on this pullback. Let's see if the buying can continue here. I'm not long or short right now, but it looks like we're starting to get moving, kind of to the upside. Everything's kind of starting to catch a bid, and VIX is trying to sell off. So I just don't want to get long up here at these highs. Yeah, this selling is just, it's relentless right now. The market just put in a higher low. Yeah. Yeah, my plan right now is to allow for the high of the day to be broken. I think there's really strong resistance there. And I'll wait for that to be retested. I don't want to take the early entry because right here where we're at right now, I feel like anything can happen. Even though I do think we could kind of be like consolidating, kind of flagging here, building price acceptance potentially. Um, and actually, we just had a CBD divergence to the upside. Funny enough. This is where I'm always like, okay, do I play the break out, or do I simply just wait for it to break out and retest? I was in the same position earlier. 3 minute potential rally based rally. Yeah, I mean, I see it. Let's see if we can break above here. Oh, you're still in long? Jesus. I know I'm behind on the chat. I'll catch up. I'll catch up with the chat in a second because I'm kind of actively looking for a trade right now, potentially. NQ is moving though. NQ's moving back to the upside. And actually, looking at this, 773 was also support, so this could turn to resistance. But everything's trying to move up, so that's positive. I think where I'm at with this is if we can break above, yeah, so we're getting the break above 774. If we can break above and then hold this area on a retest, I would look to take this long. But if this fails, then it's not going to be a good day. If we fail at 775, back up here at these highs, they're probably coming down lower. And right now, 7777 or 477550 has 300 orders sitting there, and that's also where the absorption happened earlier. So I'm just going to be patient and see. So they're kind of splitting orders here. And we're trying to get, oh, they moved them. Okay, well that's positive. All right, let's see. This is the make it or break it area right here for the Bulls. The Bulls have to get over 4775, and then yeah, same thing for NQ. You want to see NQ pop over that as well. Which it looks like we're going. Oh, yep, we're gone. We're gone. We are gone. There goes the buying. All right, now that we're above it, the volatility is starting to pick up, and I just want to see a pullback. I want to see this pullback start to hold. We just broke above. You just don't want to see this fail. That was kind of not good. But let's see. That was a lot of selling right there. But let's see if this can hold. Now that we're above. It's another equal low we just put in. Jesus. All right, yeah, we're getting a lot of selling. A lot of selling's coming in right here. Jesus. Yeah, looks like we're failing to hold above the highs. That was some pretty strong selling. I want to see if we can hold this level that we're at right now. We're basically retesting prior resistance. So let's see what happens here. We just had a bid come in down below us at 4772. Oh, Jesus. Let's see what this bid does. It's kind of bearish that we couldn't hold above, or we didn't make a new high. So we came right back down. Here comes even more selling. Yep, that seller just got filled at 4772, and we're coming down. Dang. All right, we're coming down really aggressive, like really aggressive. This could be an opportunity to get long again and have me not miss an entry to go long after we saw that buying come in. We're back in demand, so let's see if the buying can start to come back in. I could take this market long. All right, I'm going to try along here. Speculating that this is just a pullback to go higher. And I'm only going to risk this low. We just made a brand new high, so see if the buying comes up out of here. Oh, there's strong selling. Strong selling. Oh my God. Yep, nope. What is there like news? Like, Jesus Christ. Still think I might be okay though. That was a lot of selling that just hit the tape right there. Not only was that a lot of selling, but there was a massive bid that came in right there. That was nuts. But we're coming back up, so we're good. I'm up about 2 points right now. I'm going to see if we can't break that high of day. We retapped into demand. We held. We put in a lower high. There's tons of buying in the market right now. Buyers are trying to take back over. So yeah, we're getting a rocket ship candle right now back up to these highs. You went short at 4. Yeah, I don't blame you, honestly. I'm gonna catch up to these comments. I promise. I'm gonna catch up. All right. We just sped back up to these highs, and now I'm just trying to see if we can't break above the high and then continue pushing. My target is going to be 4788 on this trade. So I think we can get up there. We just got to break above the high now. That's the market's only job, is to make a new high. If this fails here, though, then that won't be good. This can't fail here. We need to see the buying continue. I'm up about 4 points right now. So I want to see us continue to buy this, especially because those sellers, there was like a lot of sellers that came in on this candle right here, and they just got trapped, and they probably put their stop up at these highs, and so they're going to get squeezed out. And I think this thing can really go. All right, we're trying to test over VWAP. Yes, they are trap pop. Yep, they are trappity trap. I got in before this selling though, which is kind of funny, but whatever. I'll show you guys on the tape. There's not much I can do about this trade now, so I'll show you guys what I saw on the tape, and then you can see. I'm going for 8.8 though. At the moment, that's my current price target. Sorry, trying to manage this, man. It is hard. To everybody who streams by themselves, man, shout out to y'all. Y'all the real MVPs. But anyway, yeah. So I got in like 7.2ish. I think we ripped. We came back down. There was all this selling, and see if I had just waited for this selling to get it. Hey, it wouldn't matter. I would have got the same entry probably. But now we're ripping up. We just hit VWAP on ES. Meanwhile, NQ is ripping above VWAP and continuing to rip. So, yeah, I mean this thing could potentially go all the way back up to the highs of yesterday. Potentially, I don't know if I'm gonna be around for it though, but right now it's looking very very good. But we are getting rejected at VWAP here, so we'll see what happens. There's some stuff on the tape right now, but I'm kind of looking for the same thing that happened yesterday. I'm kind of looking for these bears to kind of get squeezed out, but they're putting up more of a fight than they did yesterday. 1 hour starting great, nice. That's what I like to see. But yeah, they're putting up much more of a fight than they did yesterday. But let's see if some of that aggression kind of pulls over from yesterday, and see if we can continue going up. Right now, I'm up about 6 points on this trade. So we're getting a little struggly at VWAP, but it looks like we're trying to push through. We put in that nice higher low there as well on the on ES, and NQ is still kind of holding up at its high. It hasn't really pulled back yet, so I think I'm going to go ahead and go to break even. There's no real reason to not be at break even now. Up 6 points. If the market wants to pull back 6-7 points, then I just wasn't meant for this trade. But now the goal of the market should be to hold above 4776. So I'm expecting, if we do pull back, to pull back into 4776 and then to hold that area, because that was once resistance. We resisted it twice. We put in the higher low and then we got above it. So now the market's job is to hold over that. It looks like we're just kind of consolidating now. So no real reason to be concerned. I'm going to get into these comments now. I got time. There's not much for me to do at this point. Let's see. I'm currently waiting on a 5-minute candle to close. I know this is like super behind. Everything right on the day except for Amazon and Google at the moment, which might have changed by now. Yeah, same long setup. Still need to make more up to look pretty. Nvidia's only tech stop above VWAP on the 5-minute. Google above VWAP as well. Apple, Microsoft, Tesla still below. Coin flip still on the indices. I'm going long after the 5-minute candle close into ES, rejected VWAP. You got stopped out at 71. No longs in the market as of yet. Mason said that Mason liked it. I'm going short for 774. Are you still short? Got long at 16,685. Nice. Thanks, Mason. Nice trade, Jay. Went to the mailbox. This sucker shot up. Yeah, it did shoot up. I have no faith in bulls today. I do. I got some faith. I got a little bit of faith. I think we come up to 759-ish on NQ. That's the daily change of character from earlier. Okay. Well, we got some room to run on NQ then, so I like that. Apple getting above its opening print. Let's go. Nice, Jay. Thanks. Yeah. NQ is still pushing it. It's held its highs this entire time, so I like it. It looks like we're going for 4780, which could be a little bit of resistance. But NQ is still holding, so NQ could come back up and test its high of day from yesterday, honestly. I think NQ can get all the way back up there. This is looking really bullish again today. And I to be honest, I think the market, if I'm being real, I think the market wants to go back up and retest its all-time highs. If I'm being completely honest with y'all, like that's really where I think the market wants to go. I think that's where the market's going to fail. And we needed that pullback last night because we were just way too overheated. And now today we got that selling, we got a nice pullback, and look at the market go. I need to fucking move my, oops, I said fucking, my bad. But I'm going to leave my take profit where it's at, but I'm up almost 10 points on this trade. And, yeah, we're getting extremely, extremely bullish. I'm cool getting out at 4788. That's not a bad target to have. I'm okay with that. Actually, you know what? Based off of that, I'm gonna take one right there. I'm gonna work on just taking contracts. So I took one off the table, and then I'm gonna hold the last one as a runner because that's one thing that I'm gonna be working on. So I took one off the table there. 4-7. I can hold this one for a lot longer now. So now I got one off the table there. That was a 10-point move. And then let me take this off because this is how I need to be. This is how I need to be practicing my scaling anyway. So I took one off for 10 points, and now I'm just gonna let this last runner run. That was already a 3-1 trade right there. Actually, I was risking 2 points and I made 10. So that was actually a 5-1 right there. Almost. It was almost a 5-1 trade. So now I'm just holding on to this runner, seeing if I can let this runner run. Also, if this runner runs, I can make up what I lost yesterday. So that's also good. So yeah, I'm just holding now. I'll just move this up. I'll just keep moving my stop up. So I'm going to secure at least 4 points on this trade. But I think this thing has the legs to run. So took profit. Took some profit off the table. Not going to be greedy. And then that way I can let this run above 4788 if it wants to. And I can really maximize because that's how Hobbs killed it the other day too. He took off. I think he was in 3 contracts. He took 2 off, and then he let the last one run. So there's no reason why I can't do that with 2 contracts. And then I can let this last one do its thing. I secured the points, so I'm at least walking away with $50. Can't be mad at that. Can't be mad at that. And that was a nice little pop we just got too. So nice little pop. Looks like 4785 is going to be the next level of a strong resistance for us. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm still waiting on VWAP fail on ES 5 minute. We're above VWAP though. Oh, to get out. I got stopped. ES reclaimed. Oh, okay, gotcha. Only down a bit on the day, risking 3 points to make 6. Let's go. And that's really the big thing, right? Is risk to reward. Yesterday, I lost 4 trades, and this one trade could potentially make up for all those losses I took yesterday. So, and even if it doesn't, it'll make up for at least part of the losses I took yesterday. Right, and I'm looking at this. I'm playing the long game. So they moved some orders down. It looks like they're trying to protect 4783. So we'll see what happens. Woke up just in time. Took some long at 77075. Nice, good job, Hobbs. Yeah, we got long at 4772 on ES right now, up about 11 points. I secured one of my contracts, so I'm just in a runner. No reason to not secure. We had some strong volatility come into the market, so looks like we want to continue pumping. So I'll just let this runner do what it do now. I'm not going to let it go to 0, but yeah, I think I'm going to pull this runner back up to VWAP now, and I'll see if this runner can do what it do. The bulls are looking strong. That was a really strong candle right there. Looks like we're still holding on the tape, which is nice. I'd like to see us to continue pushing. I like this to be like yesterday where we didn't really have any pullbacks. That'd be great, but we'll see. The market's extremely bullish right now, especially after we got above that 4776 level. The market's got real active. So right now, the only thing is we're struggling at this level. And sellers are really trying to stop us from getting up any higher. But if we can break through 477, oh, nope. Looks like we could be coming down to lower prices here. Let's see. looks like we're still trying to buy here. Nvidia's still moving up. Microsoft is still moving up. Google's still moving up. Apple's trying to catch a bid here. VIX did get rejected on VIX got rejected a little bit, but it's still trying to sell off. So right now everything's still looking fairly decent, but we are struggling up here. We need some type of pop here. I want to see us get above the 8.2s. I think I may look to just secure my 10 points no matter what here, because we're struggling. We tried to run the low. I really want to see 8.4 get broken. We're really struggling up here at these highs, and I'm not sitting through a pullback. I'd rather just take my about $100 gain. But we're struggling up here. All right, I'm out here. All right, I got out. I went ahead and took my profits. That was basically I averaged about a 9-point trade. Only risking I only risked 2 points, so really good trade. I don't like that we're kind of struggling up here. We could continue moving up. That's fine. I wouldn't be mad at it. I got basically a 5-1, so took the same long. Let's go. Amazon on the moon mission. Yep, still in full size. Let's go. Might just sit if it's just consolidation. Yeah, I was down in at the bottom. I definitely probably could have held, but I don't like the struggle that we're seeing here. Microsoft is starting to come down. Nvidia is still ripping, but Apple is kind of struggling here a little bit, and Google's also coming down a bit. So I went ahead and took profits. Like I said, I got 9 points out of that trade. I was risking 2, so I mean it's almost a 5-1. It was like when it's all said and done, it was probably about a 4-1. So I'll take that every day. I'm almost back to I almost made up for my losses for yesterday. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if I can't find another quality setup. But yeah, I think we're gonna come down and potentially test lower prices again, because we're struggling up here. Also, I'm seeing a CVD divergence up here as well, potentially on the tape. So we made a higher high, or we made a lower high, but the CVD made a higher high. We made another lower high, and the CVD made another higher high. So could be potentially absorption getting up here. Buyers getting exhausted, not being able to push us up any higher. I think we might come down and test lower prices. So I decided to get out. Looking for pullbacks into 4.777. Yes, that wouldn't be a bad area to pull back to. 4.777 to 4.776 would be the area where I think pullback could potentially lead us. But yeah. See, I don't want to sit through a pullback, especially because I'm on Apex too. Like pullbacks are not they're not the bee's knees, man. They're not the move. Yeah, I said it, the bee's knees. I watched Oppenheimer, all right? So I'm in like the 1920s mode. But really good trade if you got the long. So we're 1 for 0 for 1 on the day. 1 break even, one banger. I will say, to the bullish case, we are holding really nicely. I would be way more bullish up here than bearish, that's for sure. I just didn't want to hold through this. And maybe I'll go back in my journal and say maybe you should hold through this next time. But I don't know. Either way, I like how I managed the trade. Said I got 9 points out of the trade total. So I cannot complain. NQ, we're holding the 9 EMA on the 1 minute still. Nice, nice. Yeah, I just there's nothing wrong with taking your profits, especially when I'm up like well more than my 2-to-1. Like I have no problem just taking it off the table. I tried to let it run and to hold it for longer, but it just wasn't setting up the way I wanted it to. So it was all good. Uh, yeah. Yep. So now I'll just look for a re-entry. No problem with looking to re-enter. Like I said, the area that I'd be looking to re-enter would be 4467. Or no, 4776, sorry. If I get a re-entry, that's where I'm looking to re-enter. So pretty much just waiting now. Whatever happens, happens. Looks like Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple, and Google are all pulling back. But the good thing is while those are all pulling back, ES is still holding up at its highs really nicely. So that's good. Let me check Tessie real fast. See what Tessie's doing. Tessie is in the dirt. Tesla is in the mud right now. Jesus Christ, it's down $8. It gave back all the gains from yesterday, but Tesla's in a 4-hour demand zone and potentially going to a 1-hour demand zone. So there's that. Makai, are we still holding that 9 EMA on NQ, or did we get below it? Apple. What was I looking at? Microsoft, that's what it was. All right, yeah, Microsoft is giving it up. Everything's starting to give it back up. Microsoft is back to its low of day. Apple is coming back down. Nvidia is coming back down. And so is Google. And we're starting to sell off here. So they just threw a bid above or an ask above. So we'll see what happens. Oh, no, they just removed it. So see what happens. He said, nope, I went short. Taking at 712. Let's go. And this is the type of movement I like to see. I like to see these sell-offs come in, and then, this is a potential for another higher low being put into the market potentially. So we'll see what happens. This could definitely hold, but if we flush through, then I want to see what happens at 775 to about 777, I guess. Yeah. They trying to make me fold. Don't fold, Valdez. If it's not in your plan, don't fold, bro. I folded with the information that I had because I knew I didn't want to hold through this BS. But don't fold, bro. Don't fold. You got it. You got it. Oh, good trade, by the way, Pop. Good trade. All right, got work to do. Done for the day. Have a good one, y'all. You too, bro. You too, Micaiah. Market makers want my fake money. Twice that I folded. Yeah, I folded up at that high. I didn't know the pullback was gonna come, but I had a little inkling when we were struggling up here that it could happen. Doesn't mean we can't go higher though. I mean, that would have been a lot for me to give back, especially on Apex. I got to be a little bit more careful. Yeah, I'm trading on small size, but still, it's how I want to trade once I size back up. So, so far, so good. We're back at this area. 4778 just got tested. And what do you know? They just threw a bid down right here at 4778. So, let's see what their intentions are there. After that strong sell-off, this could be the liquidity needed to go higher. Let's see. Looks like a potential inverse head and shoulders on a smaller time frame. So we'll see what happens here. We got the drop. We broke structure. We came back down. We tried to push. We held. And now it looks like we're going to try to push back up again. I'm not really interested in re-entering at this level just yet, but we'll see what happens. But dang, what a great trade! What another great trade to add to the list of great trades that we've taken so far. All right. Right now we're testing that bid, so let's see what happens with this bid right here. We're testing it, so see what we do with it. All right, that bid just got filled. And let's see if we come back up. See if new buyers want to step up and take over, or if this selling is going to continue here. We just tapped 777, 4777 to be exact. Oh, thanks, Hustle for Life. I thought it was a good trade. It was a good trade, good reasons. Now I'm just looking to see if I can't get a re-entry. This could be it, but we tapped 4777 to the tick, which is where I wanted to look to potentially get back in. But I'm waiting for the tape to kind of confirm. We had some pretty nice buying out of here. We just broke the low. We were reclaiming it now. And we're above VWAP again and trying to hold. Let's check. Let's see. What's NQ doing? NQ is retesting VWAP and holding nicely, so that's good. Google's kind of, or Apple is kind of seeing some buying. Nvidia still isn't buying up yet, but Google is. And it looks like Microsoft is also trying to take a trip back up. So if you missed the re-entry, it looks like that was it. I just wasn't enough for me to take it on the tape. But we filled that bid, and now the buying is coming right back into this market. So let's see if we got enough. See if we found enough buyers down here to potentially push us back up to this high. See if we break it. See if we break it. Pretty much just a patience waiting game now. So we're coming back down to retest the VWAP on ES. And Q is still holding really nicely. How long has this bid been here for? Huh, interesting. Kind of had a bid down here. When we filled this bid was kind of lighter, and then now it's a lot stronger than it was before. So that's a little interesting. Looks like a little bit of a lack of selling going on down here. See if buying takes over. I want 16,789. I want 16,789. Might get it. Yeah, you might get it. We're coming back up on NQ. ES should start to follow here soon. That's always the question, Valdez, is am I asking too much from the market? That's always the question. I don't think you are. We're in an uptrend. We pulled back, but I mean, we pulled back. We're coming back up. The market got rejected at well, at least on ES, we got rejected at 8.3, which was kind of prior resistance. Let's see about NQ. Kind of the same thing with NQ. NQ kind of hit prior resistance as well. So I guess at this point in NQ, my only red flag would be, since we're coming back up, you just don't want to see this fail again. You can't see my screen. Damn it. Okay. You just don't want to see us fail at the high, right? Like that'd be my only red flag. Like, we're coming back up. This was just a pullback. Yeah, it sucked. It was horrible, but you held through. We're coming back up, right? You just don't want to see us fail again up here at these highs at 4.7. As long as that, you'll be fine. Crazy what you can do with 5 micros. You're damn right. It's crazy what you could do. Me and Hobbs have been trying to tell people, like, yo, size down. You can do so much damage with micros. It's not even funny. Like, I'm only trading 2 micros right now, and it sucks. Like, it's uncomfortable because I know how much money I could be making, but at the same time, I'm growing consistency and growing my confidence in my trades and my analysis, right? Like, I took that trade, no hesitation, got my 9, almost 10 points, and I'm out of there, right? Like, the way I look at it is, if I was in 2 minis, that'd been an $800 trade right there, done, right? And I'm done on the day, or it would almost been a $900 trade actually, after with fees and stuff, right? Like, had I been in 1 mini, that would have been a $500 trade. I'm done, right? Like, people, but people, they want to grow so fast before they're ready to grow, and nobody truly knows, right? But, like, just imagine if you were in 5 micros and you get 100 points, that's $1,000, right? And you could be like, yeah, well, in 2 minis, it's like 3,000, or 4,000, right? But, like, if you're not consistent on 2 minis, then you shouldn't trade 2 minis, right? Like, my goal is to be consistent on 2 micros, and then 4. Well, 2, then 3, then 5, then 8, then 10, then 15, and then 20. Like, before you know it, I'll be in 2 minis, and I'll be consistent on 2 minis, right? Where I'm not tripping at any of my losses, because it doesn't matter. I've already worked out everything I need to work out, right? A lot of people, they skip that step, and they go to, a mini or 2 minis because their favorite Twitter influencer or their favorite YouTuber is trading, 2, 3, 4, 10, 15 minis, and then they wonder why they can't get funded, right? And it's like, well, maybe you can't get funded because you're in too large of size and you lose 1 trade, and now you wiped out half your capital for the day, and then the trade that was a banger you didn't want to take because you were scared that you were going to lose the rest of your money for the rest of the day, and you didn't want to take it. And that was a trade that could have funded you, right? Like, the one thing that I don't like about these prop firms is that they dangle the funding in your face. And now with Apex, they're like, yeah, you can get funded in a day. You know how many people are going to blow their account today? You know how many people blew their account trying to short this market this morning when they saw this candle come in, and they were like, yeah, we're about to go short. We've been selling off all day. There's no way we can be bullish. There's no way we can go up anymore because we just went up all day yesterday and the market pulled back halfway to, the bottom. We're definitely coming down. And they were trying to short this market, and they got cooked. and now they blew their account. But Apex don't care because you just paid $50, for your account, and you might have paid even more for more accounts, right? Like they're winning because they dangle that 1 day funding, right? But whether it takes you 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days to get funded, it doesn't matter. Like all you need to do is just start small and grow and make sure that your actual strategy is what's working for you. And Eric coming behind me says, I'm currently trading 2 to 3 minis on ES, 2 on NQ, but I tested 2 strategies with 1 option contract on NVIDIA for 6 months, then sized up when I proved to myself that my strategy works. I mean, literally every single profitable trader that I trust has the same exact story as Eric. They started out small. They started out with 1 contract or 2 contracts or 3 contracts, and then they grew their account over time and they proved profitability. For 6 months, traded 1 contract. I'm only trying to trade 2 to 3 contracts on the micro size for 3 months. For 3 months. And then once the 3 months is over and I've proven to myself that I can be profitable and consistent, I'm moving up. I'm moving up to 5 contracts, right? And then once I've proven for maybe a month and a half that I'm good on 5 contracts, I'm going to 8. Once I've proven that, I'm going to a mini. And once I'm at a mini, I'm going to a mini and a half. Once I've proven a mini and a half, I'm going to 2. That's it. It's easy. It's simple. But nobody wants to do it because nobody wants to take the profit hit. But my thing is if you've been in this game for a year, 2 years, 3 years, and you haven't taken any profits out the market, then what the F is the problem? Like, what is your issue? Like, why? If you haven't taken any money out the market, then why are you still trying to use minis and continue to take no money out of the market? You'd be better off going to 1 or 2 micros, 3 micros. If you average $100 a day on 2 micros, right, or 3 micros, and you trade good for 2 months, you could be funded and start to build a cushion, right? By month 3, you could potentially be taking out profit in 3 months, right? Or maybe 4 months, give or take, from a funded account, right? Compared to this whole year or 2 years when you haven't taken out any money at all, why would you not size down? That's the true epiphany that I have, was like, if I'm not taking any money out this market, and actually this could have been a good opportunity to go along there, but I'm cool with it. We're doing one of those things right now where we're slowly coming back up, and this could be one of those things where we end up dumping. I don't know. I'm cool. I don't want to trade this right now, but yeah. Anyway, this is one of those times where if you're struggling to pull any profit out the market, then size down and you'll start trading way better. You'll start being way more relaxed. The losses won't mean anything to you. You won't go on tilt. Your whole psychology is going to change, and you're going to trade a lot better. That I can almost 100% promise you. Valdez says, appreciate it, brother. Eric says, yeah, you're definitely on your way to leveling up given the route you're taking, which is proving to yourself consistency, 1,000%. Once you prove consistency, and this was the other epiphany that I had, and I think Eric can attest to this 1,000%. Once you prove to yourself that you can be consistent in the market, the only thing left to do is scale. That's it. And the crazy thing is, with prop firms, you can scale at the blink of an eye, because it's not your money that you're risking, right? Like, for you to comfortably be trading up 2 minis and risking, let's say, $400 in your account, you probably need roughly about like $10,000 to like really feel comfortable trading 2 minis, right? But if I'm in a funded account and I have a $50,000 account, which is really more like a $2,000 account, $2,500, whatever you're trading, like, yeah, it's a little bit harder, but at the same time, you're way more comfortable, right? Hustle Life, they got in at 79, out at 82. Let's go. That's a nice what? 4-point scalp? 7, 8? No. I'm always bad at the 9s to the next ones, but 3-point scalp. You're Hustle Life. You're good for those 3-point scalps. You are good for those. I swear. Valdez says up 70 ticks on 5 micros. I know for a fact that before on 1 mini, I would not be able to hold this at all. 1,000%. Well, you know what? Actually, I did really bad on my on one of my accounts that is like it's about to expire, so I just like sized up on it and said like whatever, I don't care. I did really bad on it, but what I'll say is this: like I didn't really. I will say that it kind of translated nicely. Like I will say that I was not stressed out, but I think part of it was because I know that the account's going to be blown regardless. So it didn't really matter to me what happened. It looks like selling is starting to come in though, so just be careful if you're trying to long the market. Looking at this again, we came up really choppy, and it looks like we kind of found some resistance at 82. So that was a really nice exit, Hustle for Life. Really good trade. Really nice scalp. Hustle for Life. Question: how much are you risking when you're only when you're in at 79? What's your risk? But the other thing too, right? And the other, I guess, not epiphany. I've always known, but you got to control what you can control in the market, right? So there's only a few things you can control. You can control how much money you lose. You can control your entries, and you can control your exits. That's it. You can't control where the price can go up and down after you enter. You can't control you can't control whether you're going to win or lose the trade. All you can really manage is your risk. That's it. That's all you can manage. So at the end of the day, we have to perfect our risk management because that's part of our job. And I would say that that's probably the most important part of our job is to manage risk, right? Because if you're not managing your risk, then you're gonna fail as a trader, right? If you're not making more on your trades than you're losing, it's gonna be very hard to grow your account. Like for instance, yesterday I lost about $118. Today I've almost wiped out that entire day because I'm up $89, right, or like $90, right? So my today is taking care of yesterday's losses for me. Right, and I took 4 trades yesterday, by the way. So four trades is almost being wiped away by one of my trades. That's really good, right? That's really really good when it comes from a profit standpoint. Now I just have to prove that I can continue doing it over and over and over again. And then when you prove that, sizing up doesn't become so hard because I have a proven system that works, and I proved it to myself in the market time and time again. Hub says the stress leaves once you see your strategy has value. 1,000%. 1,000%. I took 4 trades yesterday and didn't blink an eye about any of those trades. And you know something, for both of us, today, I didn't carry none of that into today. What happened yesterday happened yesterday. I wasn't even thinking about yesterday and how many trades I took and how much money I lost. I didn't care. Today was today, and today was a great day. And I'm just building upon good days. I'm building those good habits. I didn't care what happened yesterday. I forgot about yesterday, to be honest. I journaled yesterday. I took what I wanted out of yesterday, and that was it. After that, today is today, and I'm trading today. I'm not trading yesterday's price action. I took into account what we did yesterday. I took into account what we did overnight, but that's it. That's all. Nothing about yesterday has any parameters, any factors on what I did today. But if you have a huge loss day, the day prior, a lot of people, whether it's subconscious or consciously, they take it into the next day, whether that be hesitating on taking trades or, whatever it is, they take whatever happened the day prior into the next day. Sometimes you just don't realize it. I know I've done it before without realizing it. It's definitely a problem, right? But when you start to build up the consistency, the good habits, and the what's the other word I'm looking for? The confidence in your trading, you won't take into the next trading day what happened prior. Eric said, yeah, scaling is the easiest thing to do. After a few months of proven consistency, once you scale up, it almost feels like those new contracts are welcoming you as if they've been waiting for you. Let's go. I love to hear that. That's awesome. Valdez says, yeah, I'm watching this area closely. Might be out here in if it slides. Yeah, we still been holding there though. Like we're honestly, Valdez, the more we stay up in this area, the more bullish I get. And looking at NQ, because I wasn't looking at NQ, we're still holding that. We broke above the high and we're continuing to hold. So I think you're good because we're continuing to hold this. So even though ES is kind of struggling, I look at this more as ES came down to a level of support we held it, and even though we haven't gotten back above, we're holding value up here. So for me, I'm not really looking to get into a new trade at these levels, but as long as we're holding above 4777, I think you're fine. 77, mostly 2 points. Okay. So yeah, okay. So yeah. And you got 7, 8. Yeah. So the one thing I would say also for life, I mean, it worked out. But you have a little bit less than a 1 to 2. I would at least try to go for a 1 to 2 every trade. So if I was risking 2 points, my minimum would be 4 points for the trade. But that's just me. Hop says I still trade large size on other accounts. All it does is prove my point when I struggle to hold longer. Facts, 1,000%, 1,000%. As long as it didn't get below 7.7, I felt good. I mean, yeah, that was the low, and that's the other thing too is like whenever I'm trading, my stop loss is always at a swing point in the market, a swing low or swing high, and that's why for me, like the market made a new swing, which is fine, but for me, I always feel more comfortable if I'm getting in, down here or down here, somewhere in this area or somewhere in this area. I feel way more comfortable. If I'm getting in here, I don't feel comfortable, right? Because what can happen is the market could reject this area. Like had I got in on this first trade right here when we actually rallied, had I gotten in here, then I wouldn't have been comfortable because the market reversed instantly, only to come back up. So what's proper for me is to get in on this pullback, right? So we came up, we pulled back. I got in long, like I think it was like right about this line right here. I got in long here, speculating that we put in a lower high, higher low. We put in a higher low, and that we were going to continue moving up higher, right? And that's what we got, right? I didn't know we were going to move up higher. We just rejected off of here. But the fact that we broke this level and came back down, even though we didn't hold it, we broke above it. When we came back down and put in the lower high at demand, I felt comfortable taking a long there. And then now we're just kind of dirtling around, and as long as we're holding here, like I think my only trade idea right now would be like, okay, we have resistance here, or we have support. Sorry, actually, let me scroll back here a little bit. Let me try to keep this line. There we go. Okay, so we have resistance, support. So what I kind of want to see, and I would be looking, this would be my setup, would be if we can break 477, 476 with strong selling, which is what we're starting to get, and we can reclaim this level, trapping new sellers that think that we're going short, and we come back up, I would take the market long. That would be my idea. So if you're looking for a trade idea, that's my current trade idea. As long as we hold this level, I mean, we're fine too. And actually right now, based off of the tape, it wouldn't be a bad idea to try along here. But that's my current idea. I would much rather see us run this liquidity, but we might not get it. We might. I would feel more comfortable with a liquidity sweep here because this is our third tap of this level. It is holding nicely. So what could happen is I could try to long it here and give it a little bit more wiggle room to potentially run the liquidity because I think it could happen. But I want to see this liquidity ran through. But we'll see. I would much rather take this off of the liquidity sweep, but this is our third test of this area and it's held. So that's really, really bullish, but that would be my idea. Yesterday's price action is not today's price action. No, it is not. Yesterday was an anomaly, 1,000% an anomaly that we traded like really poorly and it doesn't happen too often. And I'm perfectly cool with that. Possible fair value gap on the daily, 4,760. The market looks like it's trying to fill. Check the trend line on the 5-minute. 4,760. Where'd you get the fair value gap from? Now I'm watching 8.2 to 8.3 for a short. Yeah, I don't like shorts. I'm personally viewing this as consolidation to potentially go higher, but yeah, shorts could definitely work up there. We rejected that area twice. There's kind of a lack of selling down here, though. I think for me, Hustle for Life, for me, what I would want to see to go short is for us to break this resistance and support, or break the support over here, and then once we break it and hold below. I think that's what I would be looking at for shorts if I was trying to go short. But this area right now is just not high quality enough for me to take a trade unless my idea comes through where we break the break 7-6 and then reclaim it. That's really the only way. I guess I'm kind of taking my bearish hat off right now. Not that I don't think it could work, but I just think we got up here really, really bullish. And then looking at NQ is really holding the highs. So let's check on these stocks. Oh my God. What happened to Microsoft right there? What was that? All right, well, Microsoft got a rocket ship and then got rejected. That's interesting. But the VIX is trying to pump too, so a lot of mixed signals. Even as of now, trading 2 minis feels like I'm proving consistency before I scale up to 5. I'm doing all 2024 with 2 minis, hoping to scale up to 5 in 2025. Let's go. Not necessarily consistency, but more of a proving to myself how I manage risk with only 2, trying to establish good risk management to have those habits transfer into 5 next year. Exactly. See, and a lot of people they don't understand that, right? And again, like, I don't want to 1,000% blame influencers, but I partly feel like it's their fault in a way, and not their fault in the sense that on the daily, got you. Not their fault in the sense that like they're doing it maliciously, but just that a lot of influencers don't say like, hey, look, I didn't start out trading these 15 contracts. Like I started trading out, five micros or 2 micros or whatever, or I paid my dues doing this, that, and the third, right? Like some of them do, and some people listen. But even though I have to put it on people because people don't listen, people don't want to hear that. People want to hear, how I made $10,000 today. That's what they want to hear. That's what they care about. They don't. They hear somebody made $100 and they're like, whatever. Like that's easy money. It's like, well, can you do it consistently? If the answer is no, then I think you have some other things to worry about. Those guys that trade 10 minis are masters at risk management, 1,000% masters. All right, so here we go. We're getting this liquidity sweep that I was talking about earlier. We filled some orders down here. We swept, and now I just want to see the reaction after the fact. We finally broke that level, and now I want to see if selling steps in or if buying ends up taking over. If selling steps in, then we'll just continue selling. If buying starts to step in, then I may look to take this long. But we did sweep the level. So let's see. We got 3 taps of the level. And now I just want to see what happens. We're still trying to sell. If a buyer don't jump in, I'm out. Out for 2.5 points. Nice. Microsoft 5-minute chart without pre-market data shows a spike on the closing gap from yesterday, then rejected it. I don't use pre-market data on stocks. Neither do I. And that's why that was weird to see Microsoft gap up, or it didn't gap up, but it went up and then got smacked back down. I'm starting to see some buying coming out of this. All right, I'm going to try a long here. Oops, I didn't have my brackets on. I'm only at 1 contract as well. I'll just stay at 1 contract. It's fine. I'll add 1 more here. I'll be in 2. I'm in 2 contracts here. I'm risking the low. We just swept liquidity there. I see some strong buying coming back into the market. So let's see what happens. If the strong buying gets shut off, though, then this might not work out, but we'll see. We just swept that liquidity. So we'll see if the buying can continue or if it ends up getting shut off. I'm only risking 3 points on this trade, so I'm gonna go for 10 points. That's 4788. So I'll go for a 10-point scalp here again, trying to get up to 4788. So you can see how right now my plan is coming together. We held that level 3 times. We swept the liquidity. Like I said, I could have gotten early, but I knew that we could potentially sweep that liquidity. Now we've got strong buying coming out of this level. And now I just want to see if the strong buying can continue or if it's going to stop. And right now you got NQ is getting a nice bid to the upside, which I like to see. The stocks are coming back up. They're kind of buying out. The VIX isn't really coming down though; it's coming up, so that's unfortunate. But oh no, there it goes. It's starting to come down. So everything's aligning nicely. Everything is aligning very, very, very nicely. Long 4788. Let's go. Hey, I got 4788 too. If we can break 8-4, I'm out. Oh, we can't break. Yes. I agree with that. If we can't break 8-4, the highs, yes, agreed. Agreed. I'm short, boys. Let's see where the coin flips. Let's see. Why are you short? Right, we good. Yeah, we are. Yeah, I think we're good. If 4780 fails, I'm going short as soon. Oh, because 4780 failed. Yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily a failure though. We tapped it, but we're looking bullish. We'll see what. But you're right. We'll see what happens. It is 1,000% a coin flip. I'm up about 2.5 points right now. Seeing if we can't push up to these highs. And like Hobbs said, we got to break 4784, the high of day. We got to break that for me to stay in this trade. If we don't break it, that's a horrible red flag, and I'll get out too. I will exit. So let's see if we can't push up here. I like the buying that we're getting. To be completely honest, though, I want to see this buying be really, really strong about the gate here. I want to see the tape start to speed up and for the buying to really get going. Either way, this is an A+ trade for me. Y'all heard me with the plan before it happened, and then I just reacted to it when it happened. All right, so right now we're up about 3 points on this trade. This is kind of the first sticking point. We got to get above 8.2. This is an area that rejected earlier, where Hustle for Life took that short or was looking to take a short. So we got to get above here first, and then once we get above the 8.2s, then we got to test the 8.4s. We get above 8.4, and then it'll be good to my profit target at 8.8. So that's a little bit of a rejection. Don't like that. All right, let's see if this holds. I'm not liking that rejection. Let's see if we get buying. Come on, buyers. Nice defense by the buyers. We got to push up above here, though. I don't want to see this fail. This 8.2 level, this 8.2 level is the first level we got to conquer. Definitely the tape is speeding up, which I like. The tape is definitely moving up here. Orders are definitely coming in. We're at 8-2 again. I want to see us break 8-2. That'd be really, really bullish, especially after that strong selling and that pullback we just got. Breaking 8-2 would be really bullish for us. So see if we can break 8-2. We break above 8-2. Our next test is going to be 8-4. All right, so we're above 8-2 now, but we got to hold it. But that's a really bullish 5-minute candle though. Looks like we're coming back down. See if it's definitely a fight here. Definitely a fight. It makes sense though, because this is where the market got rejected earlier. A lot of buying's going on right now down here. Definitely hoping to see this push. Yeah, the selling is. These sellers do not want to see price get up here. Basically have a double top at 8-2. But let's see what happens. It's where buyers came in and defended. Let's see what y'all talking about. Yeah, I don't like that rejection either. I'm definitely more of like a manual at break even more so than anything, but I do think I'm gonna go like a tick above break even because I'm with you. I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of that rejection right there. But on the tape, there is a chance for buyers here to still continue to buy. We could potentially have the bulls on the bears on the rope here, but we're in a bit of a stickier situation, and I'm also kind of more in capital protection right here. So we'll see what happens. I think we got a good entry. We're holding VWAP pretty nicely. We're still kind of consolidating. This 5-minute looks like we could be getting a rally-based rally here, potentially. So next 5-minute candle, let's see if we can't get some buying pressure up out of here. That was another pretty good defense, but I want to see more buying get rewarded. If we get a third tap of 8-2 and we can't break it though, that's not going to be good. So we need to see this buying come in now. Because I'm looking at the CVD and they are trying to buy. They're trying to buy this. So this is kind of like the final test right here. If we can break above this, then we'll be in a really good position. If this fails, they will probably come out and test lower prices because the bulls are really trying to buy this up, and I want to see them get rewarded. This is the effort versus result, and right now bulls are putting in a lot of effort, and they're not getting rewarded. And if this starts to fail, then it's not going to be good. Yeah. check on these stocks. Looks like the VIX is still trying to sell off here. We're hitting a little bit of turbulence though on Microsoft. Google's still trying to buy up. Nvidia's trying. These buyers just aren't being rewarded up at these highs, and the CVD is starting to concern me a little bit. But I'm protected. I'm like a tick above break even, so I'm basically paying for my fees at this point. And it looks like, but the good thing is NQ broke above its high already, so ES should follow. NQ is definitely the stronger name on the day, that's for sure. All right, here we go. We got some buying coming in on ES right now. Check the one. I think if we hold 779, we'll be fine. I agree. Tape looks good. I'll take the break even and re-enter. Yeah, I agree. You ever try watching trade on the 5 once you're in? I am much more calm when I'm looking at the 1 minute. Yeah, I mean, I watch it on the tape, so I'm basically watching it on the 1 second chart anyway. I'm calm. I think sizing down has helped with the calmness as well. Just not being too concerned with the profit and just letting the trade either A, play out, or B, trying to look at the trade as objectively as possible, right? Like, I'm not like this trade right now is not going well, right? I know that. We're consolidating here, but like Hob said, we're not breaking down below 779. I was debating on moving my stop up to VWAP. They just put now they're putting a bid below us and trying to push price up actively. Yeah, they're putting a bid below and they're pushing price up actively. This could be it right here. Okay, they just took it off. That was interesting. Let's see if that spooked the market enough to bring price back up or if it's going to dump it now. Bulls want this. That's what I can tell you off the tape. Bulls want this to go higher because they are actively trying, but they're just not getting they're not getting the follow through just yet. But this could be it. That bid that came in the market that started to push price up could be what the market needed to kind of get going. So got to get above 8.2 though, because right now that's the price that the market is struggling. We got 20 seconds left in this candle. On the 5 minute, it's another consolidation candle. NQ's trying to push though. It's above its high almost again, so that makes me feel good about our trade on ES. Nvidia's trying to push. Yeah, everything's trying to push right now, so I still think we're okay from the stock point of perspective. It's just taking a while to get going, so I don't know what's gonna happen. I have no clue. The bid's back in the market again, and again actively trying to push the market up. Somebody is actively trying to push the market up, and we're just failing to get above here. So kind of a tough read right now. So I'm more so just trying to manage the trade than anything else, but like but by not doing anything to my stop loss. But here we go. All right, we're trying to get above 8.2 now. We're at 8.2. Definitely want to see this get above, because the market is just struggling to get itself above 8.2. We get above 8.2, we'll go test 8.4. That's where I'm at. I view as price up to go higher. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. We had 3 tests of that low and we held it. If we break 8.4, my target is prior day high. What's prior day high? 803? Yeah, you think we're going back up there? My boy. 4803. Yeah, that's what I got too. You're definitely more calm, brother. I love seeing the growth. 2024 going to be 1,000% more calm, and 1,000%, 2024 is about to be different. Oh, here we go. Look at this, breaking over that 8.4 level. We knew it was coming. Oh, this is getting bullish, y'all. This is getting bullish. Let's Let's go. Let's see if this can continue now. I'm already chilling at break even. We're up 6 points on this trade right now. That was bullish. NQ got the same nice little bid up. Love to see it. They put a bid below us, so that's great. We're going for dang, this might, okay. I'm with you, Hobbs. I'm with you. For 803, I might take profits. I'm probably gonna take one off the table sooner than that though. But I'm definitely with you. We're breaking out of this trade right now. What a great trade. What a great call. What a great call. The trade's not over with yet. I haven't secured any profit, so it could still come back on me like 1,000%. But what a great call. We got some great volatility coming into the market right now. I just want to see this buying continue. We're testing new prices now, so we need buyers to continue. But I mean, all I can say is like, regardless of whether I make nothing on this trade or whether I make it on this trade, the analysis was spot on analysis, and that's all I care about. That trade was 1,000% repeatable day in and day out, and that's all I can do. So whether this hits my profit target, I'm asking for too much from the market or not. I mean, that's up for the market to decide. But we're retesting this 8.4 level. Would love to see it hold and us continue to move up. This will be that break and retest. We just got a ton of buying pressure come into the market. So let's see if it continues. Really good trade right now. Doing really good things. Night Bears, hopefully. Moving my stop, securing 56. Let's go. Got in at 80, out at 8.4. Let's go, Hustle for Life. Good job. And then I saw your comment, Steven. 1 hour DXY breaking resistance ended as bullish on the 4 hours, showing an inverse head and shoulders. You may get a slight pullback on DXY short term, maybe 15 minutes. Yeah, maybe. We didn't get that pullback though. We held, and now the market is doing market things. So let's see what happens. Train ran over my stop loss, down 9 points on ES. Red day for me, boys. It's all good, Eric. It's all good. Nice calling, Jay. Appreciate it. Yeah, you know what happens? I thought today was going to be a really tough day to trade, and it really has been a tougher day. And I think it's just because it's hard to want to continue to be bullish after what happened yesterday. But I viewed overnight as a pullback. Honestly, I was saying that this morning. I think yesterday we needed a pullback overnight. We needed people to sell out, and now people still want to buy this market. And now the question is, how high do we want to go, right? So 8.5 is acting as some tough resistance. They got about 404 orders here. I'm expecting us to pull back before we can go higher with this 400 orders. So we'll see what happens. I'm hoping that we kind of just consolidate up here a little bit. I'm only up about 6 points on this trade, so pretty much just chilling right now. Let's see what happens. No reason to sell the market. There was a reason to take profit up there for sure. That was really volatile, so it makes sense that we would pull back before going higher. But what I do like is that we're holding where a lot of traders just got long. So they're asking for the market to come up, and I think we're gonna get it. Personally, do I know? I have no clue. I don't know what's about to happen, but I think that the market still has higher prices to test. And I'm 1,000% with Hobbs. I think this thing can push up a lot higher on the day. I told y'all this morning, I think that we want to go back up and test the all-time highs, or close to all-time highs. Actually, it's 11 o'clock, guys. I need to check my weather because I'm actually really, really scared. I do not want to lose power. That would suck. I guess I'm good on this trade though. Let me check. I'm supposed to get a hail and windstorm. It's supposed to be windy right now. We're expecting rain and thunderstorms from 2 to 5. And I don't know how strong the wind is supposed to be. But it's hot over here. It's 75 degrees outside right now, which is insane. Actually, I'll say when this trade is over with. Log into TradingView on your phone. Yeah, I could do that, I guess. I don't know. I'm not too concerned about it. Let me just check real fast. Yeah, it's not even doing anything outside. I don't hear any wind or nothing, so I'm good right now, Valdez. I'm good right now. I'll update y'all if something happens though. Yeah, today was confirmation for me that the market wants to test all-time highs. I'm okay paying today to gain that conviction, 1,000%. I got that conviction last night when we sold off. I woke up this morning, we sold off. I said, "Oh, they want to go up higher. Let's go," because we needed the pullback for this to happen. If we didn't get the pullback, this would not have happened. He got a lot of buying on my indicators, so I think it wants higher. Oh, yes. I think we want higher prices. I think we want to go up, and I'm very convinced that we want to go back up and test those highs that we made, those all-time highs. I'm convinced. I am very convinced. NQ is moving. Valdez, you're probably gonna get that 100 points you was looking. That was the dynamic hold. I'm just happy because for me, it was better for me to get out and then look for the re-entry, which is what we got. So I'm chilling. I'm only like 2 points away from my initial profit target, and I'll probably take one contract off there and then look to re-enter. But we're holding really nice, or not look to re-enter. Hold the runner. My bad. I'll hold the runner. Yeah, once we get to 10 points, I'm gonna take one off, and then I'm just gonna hold a runner. And kind of see what happens. Maybe I'll take a runner at 8. Maybe I'll take profit at 8-9, and then I'll hold a runner. I'll just kind of see how bullish we get up there, because right now we're holding pretty strong. There's no real reason to take profit just yet. The market's looking pretty bullish, so let's see if we go up and continue to test these prices. People are trying to buy, so we'll see what happens. Oh, we're good. We are chilling. Oh shit! I did not know. I went to Discord. I was like, "Who is this?" Oh, we just got them again. I was like, "Who is this?" It's just me and Trista. I was like, "Who's infiltrating?
Look, I knew you didn't know I came in because I saw you didn't react to the beep. I was like, "He's so into his trade, he don't even know I'm here."
I am feeling it. I got scared. I ain't hear the little pop. Look, it makes like a pop noise. I didn't hear it at all. I'm like, Trista, who's coming in here to kill us? Who's coming in here to kill us, Trista? Somebody come in here and take our soul.
This is your captain speaking.
someone coming in here to take our soul, Trista.
Yo, I just talked to the wife. I was like, man, I miss streaming already. I was like, Justin catching some bangers. I'm catching some bangers. Y'all mind if I go into the stream for a little bit? They was like, nah, go ahead. I was like, bet.
I'm taking one off there.
I'm looking rough.
I took one off there, and I'm gonna hold my last one as a runner now. We hit my profit target. I like it. We got a little bit of a quick rejection. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with taking my profit there and just holding this runner and being in cash. That's one thing that I was really determined on practicing. And yeah, it's going really well. I don't mind taking profit and then letting this runner do what it does, especially once I get up into that 2 mini category, or even if I'm trading 10 micros, right? Like, we should be taking profits where we can get them, and I think that was a good area. That's an area where was resistance. So I want to take profit. So now that I've officially taken profit, I can say that today I have officially wiped out all my losses from yesterday, and I'm up on my profits from yesterday. So don't let one red day affect your week, because you never know what can happen the next day. I'm already back to being green on the week.
I didn't even trade my Journey account today because I told myself I wasn't going to trade. So I was like, well, if I'm gonna trade at all, I'm just going to trade these other accounts. But yeah, I started off in heavy size. It was one of my little 50K accounts that I bought.
Thanks,
and it was like 80% off. I started off on heavy size, and the first trade of the day, I woke up on my couch. I promise you, I shit you not. My daughter and my wife and my cat slept in my bed, so there was like no room for me. So I slept on the couch. I woke up and it was like 8:30, 8:45. I look at the market on my phone, and I had a 30-minute demands on the same demand zone you had this morning down there at 47.70 or whatever it was. I jumped out of the bed, bro. I was like, oh, I'm about to put on heavy size right now if I get what I want. And because I knew Apex had the little, F around and find out
the one day.
Bro, I took that trade at 47.72 or 40. I think I got in at 47.70, and I took it with 3 minis on ES. That thing printed. I ended up getting like I think I was up like 1,500 or something. Then I took a couple more trades on the pullback. I ended up getting up to about 2,100, and I was like, okay. And then like right when I got to 2,100, I was about to take another trade with 2 minis, and you started talking about risk management, sizing down, and time doesn't matter. I said, bro, I got this account by the balls. There's no reason to size up, even if this takes me another, 9 days, right? Because I think this promo goes into the 11th. Like, I'm not gonna rush to get there. This account's already up to like $2,400. Just, the big thing was for me when I took the trade, I told myself, I said, okay, this account is kind of like a F around and find out. So let's trade the same way you've been trading, but we're gonna up the size, right? So I waited on when I woke up, we had just broken structure above, and I was waiting on that inverse head and shoulders to play out, and I marked it out on the chart. I was like, all right, I put a horizontal line at 47.70. I said, I want price to come back to 47.70. If it comes back here, I'm going to trade it. We dropped down to like 47.69, and I put a limit order right above 47.69 at 47.70, and I got the exact price I wanted. And then as soon as we got up to the highs, I sold. We came back down and retested. I bought back in. Then I sold for a scalp. Just little things I'm trying, you know what I mean? Like just doing things that I don't normally do.
Right.
But doing it on an account that I'm not really trying to, no one can see you, right? Yes, baby. I purposely have off my camera.
Yeah, he came in with that energy. Don't worry about it. He came in with that energy.
Yeah. I'm good, man. I'm good. But and then on this trade, I went in with 4 micros. So I took the 4 micros and I was like, okay, my target's 48.08. But then again, I heard you say I'm taking profit at 47.88. That's 10 points. I said that's actually a really good idea. So I sold 3, and now the last one's at break even. I could genuinely care less about it. It's like if it goes to 48.08, great. That means my analysis was completely on point. If it starts to increase in value to the point where I don't want to give back that value, then I'll start to move my stop loss up, right?
Exactly. Like if we go, I've already moved my stop loss up. But and that's the thing. That's the thing that I started thinking about too. I was like, man, once it hits 10 points, give me my money.
Give my money.
There's no reason to not take it. If this runner wants to do what it does, then let it do what it does. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But like you can't say I'm up in a trade and then I didn't take profit. Like you can't, like you can, like to me, I'm done with that. Like I'm done. If it's hitting where I think it's gonna go, let me take something so I feel good about it. And I'm like, okay, I did my work. I'm up. On the day right now. Currently, I'm up $178. Right, I've already eclipsed my $118 loss.
Yep.
And now I'm just flirting with, okay, if this thing decides it wants to start to pull back, then I might just take all my profits off the table at 8.6. If we get up and we keep pushing, then I'm good. You know what I mean? Like and now we're pushing out, and I'm done not being the risk manager of my account.
More importantly, I feel like you're enjoying yourself.
Oh,
right. Like you're no longer like super stressed out about trading. Like you're enjoying the craft. And I think that's what sizing down does. It allows you time to really fall in love with the craft. You know what I mean? Like
because I also think you start to see the progress that you're making, right? Like a lot of the time, a lot of the last couple of years I've spent, and it feels like I haven't really made any progress. And that's not true at all. That's actually a damn lie because I made a ton of progress. Trust. I'm not the same trader I was when I was trading Lucid back in the day because I told that story this morning.
Not the Lucid.
Not the Lucid, but I made a ton of progress. But there was things that was holding me back, and I was holding myself back in those areas, right? And like I said, earlier, that if you want to make growth, you have to be able to change. You can't stay the same. These past two years, I've done nothing but stay the same and tried the same BS, and it hasn't worked. So either
over and over
I
and over
change, it's insanity. And either I make the change or the change is never going to come. look at us breaking over. Let's go. Let's
or
print.
the market's gonna humble you, right? Like, and that's
or
what
the market will continue to humble you.
The market will continue to humble you because I keep telling people, like, do I trade larger size? I say, yeah, but while I'm kind of on this, I guess what I look at the journey account, and that's what I'm calling it, right? I look at it as like an experiment, right? But I'm also taking these risks elsewhere, but I'm not effing up my journey account because I genuinely want to see the progress on the journey account, right? Like, I didn't trade it as of yet today because I was on another account, but the setups that I'm getting down here at these lows, maybe I should have taken it down there. But now I know, okay, I know we get volatile around 12 o'clock, you know what I mean, 1 o'clock. So if we're at a level where I deem, you know, price to have, where I deem me to have an advantage, then I'll open up the journey account and then trade that as well. You know what I mean? Because to me, the trades that I take on there are extremely calculated. They're always with the same size, and they're based off all of my rules for the year. And I think people would benefit by, if you still got that itch to trade larger size, or you want to go revenge trade, that's the benefit of having prop firm accounts, right? Because prop firm accounts, you can do that for a very small amount of money, right? You could just be like, all right, you know what? I had a bad day. Let me go over here and F around and find out. And you definitely F around and find out over there. You know what I mean? So
yeah, or you know, one thing that I think I'm gonna do is as soon as I build this other account, you know, whenever that is, I got another like 8 days with it or whatever. Or maybe I might not. I don't know. But either way, I cancel it, so it doesn't matter. But if I ever feel the need to, like, you know, revenge trade, I'm just gonna do it on my paper trading account, right? Like I got that option too, where I can just go over there, trade on large size, and, you know, just get whatever bad habits out my blood and just show myself, like, hey man, this is a really bad habit. Like, this didn't work when you was trying to trade in your small account, and it's not working when you're trying to paper trade it. So just stop. By the way, I moved my stop loss up to 8.6 now. I'm not trying to give back profit, mainly because I'm in Apex, and I don't want to see this come back on me. So I'm just kind of trailing it up aggressively, but I think I'm going to keep it here because it's almost a 10-point trade. And then I'm just going to allow for this to do what it does. I'm not going to move my stop up again until the market gives me a reason to move it up. So at this point, there's nothing else I can do for this trade except for just watch it play out. And, you know, if it's my stop, it does. I'm taking home the money, and I'm basically making sure right now that this does what I needed to do, which it's going to. So this trade is over with for me now. I'm just going to sit back and chill.
I think for me, the last thing that I'm trying to get out of my blood is the revenge cycle, right? Yeah. Because no matter what I do, when I take losses, I kind of get into a revenge. I get that emotion of it, right? Mm-hmm. I think I did really good not acting on it yesterday whatsoever compared to last week when I took losses. I showed them, you know, in the Discord, like, this was a revenge trade. Like, I probably should have done this, but I did it anyway. This week, I took 4 losses, and they weren't revenge trades. They were just trades where I truly believed in my thesis, and I was just trying to get better entries, right? Because yesterday, 48.40 or 47.43 to me was a good area to potentially short the market. It just didn't play out. I shorted it 3 times in that area, and that was enough for me. I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm done trading on the day. But I think just while you're doing the paper trading part of it, I would say work on the things that you've been trying to work on without putting the risk on your other account, right? Like, I would tell the people, like, look, when you go to paper trade, work on all of those ideas that you have. Like, I have ideas about not sizing up, but adding to my positions levels, right? That's one thing that I want to work on. So when I'm in my I'm at 85 here, right at that low, or 86.
That's a really good. Yeah, I'm at 86.
You know what I mean?
As well. That's a really good one though. That's actually a really good point, Hobbs. Is adding or learning in these other accounts how to add to winners, because most people, they add to losers, but almost nobody adds to winners, which is really what you should be doing.
And that's what I focus on when I'm buying these accounts. Like, sometimes I'm not even trying to get them. Like, obviously, I'm trying to get them funded if that's a result, but I go in there to put the pressure on me, right? To have the same environment that I would when I go to my real accounts, right? Mm-hmm. But I go in there and I try new stuff. I don't care how many trades I take. I'm not journaling these trades, right? Like, I'm literally just in there trying stuff out. And if it works, it works. And I'm like, okay, that actually worked. Next time I go into my other account, I know that I can give that a shot, you know. So,
well, I think that's the other thing too. Is like a lot of people, they don't take their accounts, especially in prop firms. They don't take them seriously, so they take them as paper trading money. But then when they get into the actual real account, it's no. That's when the true pressure gets on them.
Oh,
right,
yeah.
Because now it's actual money that they could be making, and now they're seeing the dollar signs. And
now, you mean pressure. Once they get into the funded? Yes, that's why a lot of people say when they trade well in the combine, and when they get funded, everything changes. It's like, well, the reason why is, I guess the difference between me and them, why I still got my funded accounts, is I recognized that I was trading horribly and that I was dealing with some emotional stuff. So I backed off. I said, no, I'm not trading them again until I'm ready to trade them. But a lot of people don't take the combine seriously.
Nope.
Right? They take it as a race. And I think that was the biggest difference between you and I, why it was such a struggle for us to get funded, because we did look at the combine as real money. We were trying to practice proper risk management inside the combine, right? So once we got to the real account, it was really no difference for us.
Yeah, I didn't feel any different in a real account than a combine account. It felt the exact same. But you're right. It's because we don't look at the combine as paper trading money.
Mm-hmm.
We look at it as like real actual money, because at the end of the day, we always said, like, there's no difference between growing the combine account and growing the actual account that you're trying to make, real money in. It's the same thing. You take the same trades, the market's the same, nothing has changed. So what's left is only you. Like, you changed, right? So
I think the biggest change is that when they get into, especially on Apex, right? Because it's added pressure on Apex, because you got that trailing drawdown as well, right?
But you still have that even in the combine.
I know, but now it's real. If I blow it this time, I just wasted $80 to $150, right? Like,
that's true.
You know what I mean? Like, so with a lot of people, when they get into the combine, the only thing they know, because they didn't practice anything in the combine that they could have used in the funded portion. So the only thing they know is to be a gambler, right? So they're going to put on that large size again, and they're just going to hope it goes right.
Yeah, I got stopped out there. Up $175 on the day with fees. So I'm out there. I'm done trading.
I just went to 86. Or you went to 87?
I went to 86.75.
Oh, okay. You put it right on the nose of that wick. He was like, I ain't giving a dime back.
Yeah. So I'm done on the day, y'all. I'm done trading. I'm not taking any more trades. It was a really good trading day, though. Like,
really good, man. I was watching because I got up and I took my trade, and I was like, oh shoot, let me see what Jay on. I looked at the demands on. I said he better have took this trade. And as soon as I got into the YouTube, I heard you saying, yeah, it looks like I'm up about 4 or 5 points here. Just push it up. I think it was a pretty good entry. I was like, damn right. You said your entry. I was like, I beat him again.
Whatever.
You said,
no, I think we got the same entry. I think we got the same entry.
No, I got in at 47.70. You got in at 72, I thought.
Oh, damn. I hate you.
Yeah.
I did get it at 72.
The funny part is you called 770, but you hesitated and waited on 7.2. I was like, As soon as we drop below 6.9, that's when and that's something that I think you might want to consider too, is when you got those ATMs already set, right? You know your risk. A lot of times we'll call out price. Price will push through that level, but it'll pop immediately right back up. And what I've been doing is I'll wait for price to pass that level that I want to get in at, and then I'll put a limit order above price. And then when price pushes back up, it's the bounce. So I'm getting in basically off the bounce and the run up. If I really, if I'm pretty convicted in the area.
Yeah, that trade was a little bit more on the fly for me. Looking back on it though, it's funny. I actually realized now
it wasn't in your pre-market plan.
No. Long in the market there was in my pre-market plan.
Oh, okay.
But looking at the trade though for extra confluence, I didn't really realize this until looking back.
Inverse head and shoulders.
No. Well, actually that too. But this was actually support too. Like we broke above this level and then we held it 3 times and then came back, and then we held it the final time before finally pushing off, and we made the lower high there. So Yeah, that level was perfect. And then, like I said, I think though my proudest trade is this one right here, because I literally wasn't even expecting to take the trade here, but when I saw and I worked the funny thing is I literally worked on this because this exact trade actually happened. It was last week. This exact setup happened last week.
Right too. Make sure.
So this setup right here at 4777. We had this happen. I could probably go back and show you guys. I'll look at my journal and see when this happened. But we literally bounced. We bounced again, and we bounced that third time. And I told you guys, I literally said that this right here is acting as support. I want to see us run through it and then collect the liquidity. And when we regain the level, I'll look to long the market. And I did exactly that. And you can see how it played out. Now let me go to my Discord real fast, to my journal Discord, because
I'll read some of these comments.
Go ahead.
A little behind. Market will change. Hustle for Life said, "Yeah, the market will make change out of your ass if you're not careful." Exactly. 89, 90 area. Okay. Oh, for shorts probably. Oh, you didn't say Papa Hobbs was in the building. What's up, Pop? My bad. I didn't jump in the Discord, y'all. I literally wasn't even planning on jumping in here. I read Jonah's comment and I was like, yeah, he probably right. I'm probably still gonna trade. But I try to stay away sometimes. I just can't. I love this, man. It's my passion.
You guys see that? Oh, you can see it. Why does it look weird on y'all's screen?
I got in at 4770.
Yeah, we got in at the same level.
Yeah, we basically got in at the same area. He just got in a little bit. He got in on the second candle. I got in at the floor when we bounced.
Oh, no. He's talking about the second trade. We both got in.
The second trade, we book got the same exact entry, which is crazy. Which is crazy because I typed, look, you know how on YouTube everything's a little bit delayed.
Yeah.
When I took my trade, I typed 4778. And then later, maybe 15 seconds later, you started talking about your entry at 4778. I was like, wow. I said, we really do trade the exact same, because this dude got the exact same entry I got. Actually, I got 4778.25.
Oh, good. So I got a better price. So you try to lie. You try to lie to hold it, but I got the better price. That's all I like to see.
He's like, oh wait, so I beat you. Okay, cool. That's all I needed to know. Thank you. That's all. Okay,
before you go on with this,
go ahead.
Real fast. Look at this setup, and then on the 5 minute, look how similar this is.
What day is that?
This is the 4th of January.
Oh yeah,
it's very, very similar. You see, we have the support right here that we built. Later on, I found out this was December 20th low. But anyway, we bounced again, and the last time we ran through the liquidity that was sitting here, and then we reclaimed it, and then we rallied from this area. The same setup appeared again in the market,
and
that's what you need to know.
You and I view this a little the same but different. So what I would have done on that 1 minute on December 20th, you see that?
This is the 4th of January.
Or the 4th of January, all the way down at the bottom.
Right here.
Yep. I would have drew a box around that entire order block, starting with that candle, that green basin candle to your left. So the top of that green basin candle to your left. Here? Yep. Draw a box straight down from the top of it down. And look, we get the same entry.
Yeah.
But yeah, we both think and that's another thing that I've been noticing as well is when we get to VWAP, and that's why I added it back to my chart. But when we get to VWAP, we do this same dance, and it looks really, really similar every single time. Look, again, every time. Look, you just passed VWAP again. Every time we get to VWAP, you see the same similar dance. It's very rare that we push through the 50% or VWAP with volume. We usually push through it first, then we come back to it, and then we do this little dance at VWAP. And a lot of people get chopped up in that dance thinking we're either rejecting or we're pumping. And the thing that I like to take away from that is 9 times out of 10, we build a floor first, and then we fake break that floor. And that's where you want to get in at, right? So, yeah. And then Pop says, where did you get in? I didn't see anything holding is from 47.95 or 4800. I think we're going back to 4808. I think today is going to be I think these same buyers that bought yesterday are the same buyers that are buying today. And nothing about the stock market or the VIX tells me I'm a liar. The VIX was at 1480 this morning. It's already back down to 1462.
Nvidia's up almost $8 on the day.
Yeah, like there's everything that happened yesterday is happening today, but with good price action. And the other thing that I guess that made me believe we were going to sell off into the after hours is something Justin told me yesterday, which is he pointed out like the volume. And I know I watched another YouTuber. He was talking about it too. He's like, we pushed up yesterday, but it was on really, really low volume. Yep. Right. I'm not a big volume guy, but it is something I take in consideration when we see a day like yesterday. Right. That told me that if the buyers pushed us up, they were continuing to buy, but it wasn't a lot of participation. Right. It was just consistent buying, but it was low volume pressure, which if it's met with sell pressure at any level, it has a higher probability of reversing all the way back down. And theoretically, that's basically what we got. We didn't come all the way back down to the 40s, but we came all the way back down to the 60s. That's like we were at the 800s. You know, on ES, that's a 40, 50 point move all the way back down. Yep. And if you drew a retracement, right, I think we came all the way back down to like the 50 or the 70% from the top to the bottom. I mean, from the bottom to the top. So check it out. Yeah, so it was pretty spot on. Like, just let's see, what's the retracement on that previous day candle that
that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
It looks like we retraced almost to the 50, in between the 50 and the 70.
Okay, go to the 1 hour, and then go to the swing low, and take the retracement from there.
Oh, from the swing low of the day.
Yeah, the opening candle, or maybe go to the 15 minutes.
Yeah, I was about to say it's not gonna. Yeah. Right. All right. Let's see here. This oh, 50%. Exactly. We bounced
right on the 50%, right on the nose, right?
Yeah. Right on the 50. So yep.
Basically, all we did was push up all the way to the top, and then if you take that retracement all the way up to the high, it literally puts you right at this 30-minute demand zone, and that's why I jumped off my couch, because I did this retracement last night, and I was like, you know, if I'm a betting man, I said first I did the retracement. And then I went through trying to find zones, and the only levels that made any type of zones were the 30-minute and the 15-minute and maybe the 5. But I was like, I'm looking for a strong level that's at a 50% retracement that has multiple confluences at it. And that's where I found that 30-minute demand zone. And that's why I jumped out of bed, because I was almost 100% sure. And that's why I sized up on that account, because I was 100% sure that if I saw what I wanted to see, I knew that there was a strong probability of this market reversing and going back to 48.08. I think we go back, test 48.03, the high a day, and then I think we start pushing to test that key level at 48.0825. From there, also, I was watching Rick coming back up Rick got some fire levels, bro. Rick.
Oh, Rick.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, Rick, he used to be in our channel a lot. He used to be one of our first YouTube supporters. If you guys haven't already, go subscribe to his channel. Jay, you want to pull up his channel? Go subscribe to his channel, man. He live streams over there, and he trades a little differently than we. Not differently. He trades with different tools than we do. So he trades with the footprint charts. Is that footprint charts or is that the DOM?
He trades
using order flow, but I think it's like the DOM and something else. Like,
yeah, he trades with the DOM, I think. And
and he gives a pre-market plan. He does all of that good stuff. He puts out some really good videos. He does some cool stuff with his graphics and stuff. So definitely go support him, man. He's family, right? Like, he was one of our first subscribers in here. He used to come in here and call out price. He was one of the guys that traded ES with Justin and I, right? So really good trader, really good insight, really good breakdown of price and everything, man. So definitely go check him out.
He also has a very interesting take on risk management as well.
Oh, there goes the 47.90 push, man. We got tapped out too soon.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm good.
How far did we come down?
We came down to 85-ish.
85.50. My stop was at 86. It holds true still. All right. Yes, that revenge is kryptonite. Yeah, it is, Pop. 100 growth, greed, and rush, not wanting to learn. Yep. Never held accountable for actions until you get funded and lose it. You play the way you practice. Exactly. And I think the thing that weeds out most traders. Yeah, I got out at 86 too, Hustle for Life. So I don't feel as bad knowing that you got out and the market ripped too. So it's not just me. That's what I was trying to say this morning. We broke below and held that floor. Yeah, it was really nice. I'm sorry, I wasn't in Discord though. 47.95 target. Yeah, I think we go higher. I honestly think we see at least 48.08 today. I think we could go higher, but just looking at the context of the market, and this is what I was talking to Jay about yesterday. I was like, just putting all the and I noticed you did it too today. I was like, I'm so proud of him. I'm so happy for this dog. Dang,
yeah, I did put it all together today. Yeah, that is.
I know you did. I heard you. I was like, that's my dog. I said sometimes he fake like he ain't listening to me, but he be listening to me. He be listening to me. But I was sitting there, I was watching you on YouTube. He was like, yeah, I'm getting all of these confluence, and that's, to me, that's what it's all about, to build your confidence in the trade, right? Like you just feel more confident when you got everything in your favor.
Yeah, when there's going the way you want to go.
When there's not a lot of things in your favor, bro, it's like, am I in the right direction? I don't think I am, because nothing else is agreeing with me. You know what I mean? So today, if you look at the overview of the market, Microsoft,
it was
Apple,
bullish.
Nvidia,
they're all
Google,
bullish.
Amazon, every single Meta, everything is ripping. And the VIX is coming down, right? That is the dollar is being rejected at 4-hour supply, right? VIX is getting rejected at 2-hour supply. Dollar is being rejected at 4-hour supply, and the U.S. Treasury, the yields, the 10-year yields are also being rejected at the 4%, 4.05%. Once you got all of that in the trade, we could have held these runners all the way to 48.08. I know my man wanted to get out of his trade. I wanted to get out of mine too, because I just wanted to enjoy the show. But I'm telling you right now, when you start to see stuff like that, it's time to start adding to winners. And that's what I'm going to be practicing over the next month or so, is taking an account, trading smaller size, but adding to my winners when I get confluence. I mean, look at this thing. This thing is sending right now.
It is
right?
sending.
And it's going straight to the profit target that we talked about. We just got to get, I know for me, I'm speaking about me. I have to get better at allowing my runners to be runners, right? When I went to 86, I felt it. I was like, man, I'm probably going to regret this move up, right? But I'm not really upset. It's just one of the things that I'm putting in my repertoire where I'm like, all right, you already took profit. You did everything. Let the trade be the trade, right? Let this thing push up like you think it's going to do. And if you see a red flag, get out. When we got to the highs up there, we started to consolidate it and we started to build value, and we weren't breaking the floor. That's when you know you're getting price acceptance. So just little things like that, I'm trying to tune up, fine tune, so that we can eventually start catching moves like this all the way up, because it fits our thesis, not because we're trying to show out. It's just like, no, the market looks bullish. We're continuing to break highs. We're pulling back into lows, and then we're going higher. Therefore, I can deduce from that my target is not a target that's unattainable. That target is 100% attainable, especially having the confluence of what happened yesterday, knowing that these same buyers only allowed price to come back to the 50% discount level, and they held that floor. They're probably looking to go higher. So just food for thought.
Microsoft is ripped. Nvidia is losing its mind right now. It's up $11 again. It's up like $40 this week.
The price target on Nvidia is $623 by the year end. Just click on that. I think that's what. Click that menu button on Nvidia.
That's what Micaiah was saying.
And then go down. Look right there. Wait, no, go a little bit further down. Right there. You see the price target?
Oh, yeah. It's 663.
Yeah, it went up $40 since yesterday. It was at 623 yesterday. That's what I said. I said, I'm getting long. I said, forget the shorts. I said, come back down to my level, because if Nvidia is going up another $100, February 1st, what day do they have earnings? I think it's like February 1st or something like that. This market's going to go absolutely nuclear in February. If you think we're done, you better start looking at some of these tech stocks, man. Just start looking at their earnings, look at their earnings date, and then look at their price targets. This market is going to be driven by stocks, and this thing is about to freaking go nuclear. Just think about it.
February is its earning day. It's at all-time highs, by the way, again. So I would not be Also, just to note, the NQ is already already above yesterday's high. It's in 1 hour supply, but I don't expect this to hold. And then ES is making its way downtown, y'all. It's running fast. It's not walking. It is running. So,
yeah, it's
but we caught a banger though. We caught a banger. I'm not even mad at where we sold.
Bro, I'm chilling. I got one funded account over here on Apex, and I got 2 that are headed toward funding right now. So I'm just gonna mirror everything and just trade my micros, bro. And like, I don't care about this sale. Like, once I get to a certain level on these accounts, I stop caring about the time, because I use that as motivation to add size. And if it works out and the results is like, oh, okay, you're up 2,300. It's like, well, why even mess around with it? Like, I don't need to have another funded account, but I'm gonna definitely try to get these 2 funded so I can get to 3 funded accounts, and then I'm trading micro size forever. Like, there's no reason for me to ever size up, right? Like, I don't ever have to risk a lot, right? And I'm making it to, as long as I can get to $2,600. The crazy part is this: trading small size, Jay. I just realized this. The target for Apex to get a payout is $2,600. And most people say, well, I don't want to take the whole 2,000 because my drawdown is only 500. But here's the thing: if you're trading 2 to 3 micros to get there, who cares if your drawdown is $500? That's plenty to get the work done that you need to get done. You already proven the concept. So.
Yeah, well, and for me, like I was telling Eric earlier, my goal is to stay in micros, but to continue to be sizing up. Like, I think my ultimate goal is going to be 20. I want to get to 20 micros. Like, that's my ultimate goal. However, like, I'm gonna be taking my time to do it. Like, I don't. The crazy thing. I want to just go back for a second, and I just want y'all. Well, first off, the fact that I think Eric said he went like over 3 today, and he just walked away. Right, not even on tilt. But this right here.
Yeah, we've been talking about the micros about Valdez.
He said, even as of now, trading 2 minis, I'm proving consistency before I scale up to 5. I'm doing all of 2024 with 2 minis. He's staying on 2 minis for all of 2024 before he scales up to 5 in 2025.
But he knows that he can get to 5. Yeah, and that's why, like, for him, he's not. But again, if you remember yesterday, Eric said he spent a whole year trading NVIDIA and NVIDIA only, right?
6 months.
He 6 months
trading only NVIDIA.
And he worked on his strategy, right? 2 to 3. And now he's reaping the benefits, because 2 minis ain't nothing to sneeze at. That's $100 a point, right? Like, that's good size. And now he's trying to mentally prepare himself over a full year's time frame to get ready to trade 5 minis. Not only is he mentally preparing himself, he's also preparing the account. He's giving the account enough time to grow so that when he sizes up to 5 minis, it's still only a certain percentage that he's comfortable with risking on per trade. And that's the part that I don't think people truly understand, why it's important to start small. Because if you're in a 50K account, your drawdown is $2,500. You're in 2 minis. That means your stop loss is probably 3 to 4 points on ES, right? Maybe more on NQ. If you're in 2 minis, thanks. Right? It's a shortage on sausage and bacon, or what?
More sausage.
You gave me 1.
That's what I gave you last week.
This market is ripping. 9-5 hit. Let's go. This thing is we're short squeezing again.
Yeah, I knew this. I knew this was coming. I just wish I didn't get stopped out by that half a tick. I could have held all the way through. But yeah, my point is that on $2,500 worth of drawdown, when you're risking 2 to 3 points, right? When you're risking 2 to 3 points, if you lose, you're basically losing over a quarter, over 25% of your entire account. That means every single trade you're putting up 25%, almost 25%, maybe like 15%, something like that. I don't know the percentage. All I know is this: try sizing down if you're struggling. And I promise you, like Justin says, you will reveal much more than you will reveal when you stay in larger size. Hopefully we get this pullback into 47. What is that? 47.88. I'm looking to take a trade in my other account.
Oh, back into yeah. And then here, I just want to show you guys. I'll show you guys this real fast. Just because I put this in here. It was a whole year on NVIDIA. My bad.
Yeah, I thought it was a year. I thought I remember him saying it was a whole year.
He says a whole year on NVIDIA, stayed in one contract for 6 months, then scaled to 2. but was overall a whole year on NVIDIA to prove myself. Okay, got you. And then on ES, you risk 3 to make 6, which is, I mean, that's perfect. It's 2 to 1.
Yep.
And then if you want to take this, Hobbs, Twice says one of my problems is I can never hold the target that I plan for. Then it hits my target a few minutes later.
What's your size? I think it all boils down to size, and people don't think that that's a size problem, but I think it's 100% a size problem. Because I know even now when I go play larger size on accounts that I don't care as much about, I can't hold to my profit target either because I see the P&L, right? Once I see I'm up like $1,000 or $1,500, it's really hard to hold the rest of the way. Let me just tell you that right now. Like,
yeah.
Eric, I mean, Twice, what is your size? And then after you tell me your size, actually, let me know if you ever try trailing your stop or trailing your take profit.
Okay, so while you do that, let me show you guys my trading journal real fast. I don't mind showing y'all. All right, so this is TradeZilla. This is my trading journal. I'm trying to catch up Hobbs on my Zilla score. I don't know what your Zilla score is at right now, but mine's at 89.95. So we work.
Oh, you're higher than me now because of the losses I took yesterday. I think I'm at 84.
Okay. So my net P&L doesn't really matter, but I mean, it's there if you want to see it, whatever. My trading expectancy also doesn't matter, but this right here, this profit factor is what matters to me. Anything above a 2 or anything 2 and above is really good, right? Right now I'm sitting at a 3.35. That means for my losses, I've made 3 times my losses for my win. So you'll see that in a second. I've taken 13 trades, and I only have a 58.33% win rate, right? So not a high win rate at all. And my average win to loss is at 2.39. So my losses are about $32 and my wins on average are about $77, right? Again, good, because I'm averaging more than a 2 to 1 per trade, right? And then you go to my calendar and you see I've had 4 green days and 1 red day. But the thing that I want you to notice is that on this green day right here to this red day, it's almost a 2 to 1 right here, right? Between my green day and my red day. That's what's important. That means that today I made up for all of my losses that I took on Monday, and I took 4 trades on Monday. You can see on Monday I lost $40, 15, 15, and 40. And then today combined, I made 93 and 87, right? And this over time is what I'm trying to do, because at the end of the day, I'm going to lose trades. I'm not going to be perfect. I'm going to have red days. Like, I want to say I didn't lose a trade this day. I didn't lose a trade this day. And I didn't lose a trade. I think I might have lost a trade this day. Yeah, I did take it. So I took 1 loss this day, and I engulfed my loss, right? And then this day, 4 losses. I didn't let it get out of control. I took plan loss, pan loss, and I cut these 2 trades early, right? And then today, I took 1 break-even trade, which I cut early, and then 2 wins. And right now, this to me is a great calendar. It's not about necessarily being green. It is about stacking up green days, but it's about managing my risk. And so far, me as a risk manager, I've been doing a damn good job of it. And it's a lot easier to manage my risk on lower size because I'm not too worried about my losses. These losses didn't concern me. And now I've proven, okay, I didn't trade great this day. I went back and traded really well this day. And I was able to manage my risk, and I was able to take away these losses. And now I'm up more money than I was when I started on Monday, even with the losses. And that's what matters, right? So that's what I'm trying to convey to you guys. You can see in my P&L chart too, this took a dip. I was down to 200, and now I'm up to 381, right? And this is what's going to happen. We're going to have dips and valleys and peaks in our trading. It's not just going to go up forever. We're going to have red days, but it's how you deal with those red days that's going to be important. So what are you going to do when you take a red day? Are you going to go on tilt? Are you going to lose more money than what you should? Or are you going to stop trading and come back the next day and look for A+ setups? Right, that's what you got to ask yourself. So,
yeah, I think that's a great journal. I think you got me by like 1%. Hey, I'll share mine, then I'll answer these questions. So for me, pretty much the same thing. Like, it's crazy how much just reading his journal. It's crazy how similar we are as traders. I mean, obviously we learn together, right? So this again doesn't matter. Trade expectancy doesn't matter. Profit factor, same thing, about 2.65. But again, this is where it matters right here. This is the risk management part, right? My average win is about $288 compared to my average loss, which is $66, right? So if you do that math, it's almost like a 4-to-1. And if you switch over here to R multiple, and this only works if you input all your trades, right? You can see my R multiple is at a 8.16, right? You can see on even on all of my green and red days, right? 3.5, 2.4, 4.9, and then negative 2.81, which still tells me even on my red day, right, I was still looking for the proper R multiple. I just didn't get it, right? I took losses. And then you look at the daily net cumulative P&L, this is what you care about. I mean, you care more about this, but this is telling you how your journey's going. What you don't want to see is a flash in the pan drop, right? Where you come all the way back down here, right? Because that's showing that you're not managing risk correctly, right? A lot of people won't share the information, right? Or won't share what it takes to be profitable. Justin and I don't know what it takes to be profitable because we're not profitable traders, right? As far as like long term, have I made profit out of the market? Yeah. Have I taken money when I've traded options? Yeah. But I don't view that as a profitable trader. What I view as a profitable trader is a person that can repeat this year after year after year. That's a profitable trader. Because like I told you guys, with my last soliloquy, dang this market. What I told you guys on my last soliloquy is when I'm ready to go buy a house in 2 years, right? I locked into this townhome until 2025. And that's basically the plan that I'm telling my wife. This is a 2-year plan. I'm not looking at this to try to get, a bunch of money in 1 month. No, I'm trying to literally be able to bring my statements to, I can tell you right now, I'm looking at a 6-figure house, right? Like high 6-figure house over in, a really nice neighborhood, basically the neighborhood I live in now, but just where the houses are, right? But I want to be able to not only bring her bank statements, I want to be able to bring my bank statements, my annual income from trading. So when I say I'm a day trader, they're like, oh man, this dude, people don't rake real money. I'm like, all right, cool. Here's my annual P&L. Here's my broker statement. Here's everything that I can show you that shows you that I'm a consistent day trader and I manage my risk properly. That is the overall goal that people aren't talking about. Is there money to be made being an influencer and doing other businesses as well? Yes. But my main meat and potatoes as we grow the channel is going to be trading, right? Because if I never have a Discord, if I never sell a course, if I don't do any of that stuff, I want my trading to be able to support everything I do, right? And I think that's the biggest difference from Jay and I and most other influencers, right? Do we have an Apex affiliate code? Yeah, but I can tell you right now, year to date, I probably made $30 on it. And I can't even pull it out because you can't even pull it out unless it's at least 500. By the way, use my discount code down there if y'all using Apex today. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just kidding. But to Twice's point, small size 2 to 4 micros is not really the P&L. I've learned that lesson. I do try trailing sometimes. All right, then try this, because this I got from Jonah. Shout out to my man Joe. And this worked for me 100%. This worked for me until I didn't really need to do it anymore, right? Because the more I did it, the more I saw I was the problem, right? Try literally putting your trade idea on, setting your stop loss, and putting the phone or walking away just for about 15 minutes, right? Don't walk away for the whole entire trade. Just give it 15 minutes. That way you're forced to allow the trade to play out through one 15-minute candle. Come back, check on the trade. If it's pushed up to a decent level, you're up 5 to 10 points, go to break even. Walk away. Come back in 5 minutes, right? I promise you, the more I did that, and Justin will testify, and matter of fact, if you guys have been watching this channel long enough, you know what I do. I'll get up, go make my bed. I'll go make myself some breakfast. I'll go do some laundry. I'll do whatever it is that takes about 5 to 10, maybe 15 minutes, right? And when I come back, either I'm stopped out or the trade idea that I had in general genuinely played out, right? So start taking yourself out of the equation, because a lot of the times it's not the market, right? It's not TraderVate, right? It's not the prop firm. So the only thing left is you. You're the only person that can move that stop loss. You're the only person that can move that, you know what I mean? Hit that exit and clear button. You're the only person that's being triggered regardless of the size. And then the last thing I'll say is fully accept the risk. And really think about that statement. Really, really think about that statement. Because when I get into a trade, every time since I started this journey, I think about how many points it's going to cost me, right? And it's always 4 because I already got my stuff set up. It's like automatic. But I need to understand that now, last week, 4 points was only going to cost me 30, what was it, $60, $50. Last week, 4 points was only going to cost me like $50, $40. This week, 4 points cost me $80 per trade. So I need to be comfortable, not just comfortable, I need to expect to lose $80, right? Because that's the cost of doing business. And once you truly understand that concept where it's like, all right, this token that I'm putting in, I don't expect to get it back. It's kind of like loaning money to a family member, right? It's like, are you really loaning the money? Not to any family member, but you know, that one family member that you loan money to that you know you ain't gonna get your money back from. That's kind of what the market is like, right? When you put that token in the market, know that there's a high probability you might not get your money back. It's 50-50. Once you start to understand that concept and you do that on rinse and repeat, you'll get better at holding. Trust me. I'm much better at holding, right? Much better. And I think also setting targets where you take partials off is very important in that holding process as well.
It makes
you notice. Yep, you notice Justin and I strategically take profit off. I take profit off at the break of a high. Justin takes profits, I think, at like 10 points. They usually end up being about the same, right? Because if we get in at the point of origin on ES, it's usually about at least 10 points to the high, right? So I usually scale out at the high once we break the high. Justin will scale out once he's at 9 or 10 points or based off what he's seeing on the tape, right? Like he'll see some absorption or rejection that he really didn't like, so he'll scale out real quick. Once you start to learn how to manage, and that's what it's all about, guys. Like all of what we're talking about is you being the manager of your portfolio. Remember, when I was in the YouTube channel, I said, I'm long 47.78 here, right? We started to push up, and immediately when we got to 81, we started to see rejection. I typed in the chat, I'm moving my stop to break even. I'm in capital protection mode here. I'm willing to accept a break even trade, but not a loss. And when I go to break even, I go up a tick above break even to cover the fees. Okay. Luckily, price didn't come and take me out. And I even had a plan if price did take me out. Management, right? I said, if I get kicked out of the trade for break even, I'll look to re-enter upon proper confirmation. That's having a plan, a contingency plan on top of contingency plan. Luckily, I didn't have to operate that contingency plan because price ended up pushing away from that level. And then I said at 84, if we don't get a clean break, I'm out. We got a clean break of 84. We ended up pushing into 88. Justin took profit, and I said, you know what? I'll join you on that. I cleared 3 out of 4 contracts. And now the one I really didn't care about, and that's the part I got to get better on, is leaving that runner at break even and being able to accept at least for that trade to go another 10 points before I start moving that stop up. What time do you take that first trade? What time did you take that first trade this morning that you went big size on? It was at, hold on, let me go to my.
It would have had to been early, like
it was basically whatever time Justin got in. Let me see.
So I got in around 10:06. So I'd have been around that time. So I've been 9:06 your time.
My fields and orders right here. Okay, here it is. I got in at 10 o'clock on the dot, looks like.
Oh, you got in at 10?
Oh, wait, let me go to the 1 minute. It don't really give a time. Oh, I should have just went to my orders, huh?
It would have had to been like around 10:06 ish. So that's when I got in. So
I got in at 10. Time. Yeah, I'm on the 1 minute. This candle was at 10 o'clock.
So you helped through you helped through a pullback?
I got in at 47.7825. So where I got in, this is 78. Sure I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong trade.
Yeah, I'm about to say, ain't no way.
My bad. Where is my entry? Huh. Hold on. Wait, what time did you get in?
It was it was like 10:06 my time.
Yeah, we got in at 47. Oh, I know why. I switched over to micros. Hold on. I'm on the micro contract. That's why I can't see it. I took the trade on minis. I was like, why can't I see the trade? All right, now I'm on a mini contract. Let me go to fields and orders. Okay, here we go. All right, my bad, guys. This is 47.72. You okay, Victor?
Oh yeah, I'm just tapping to the beat. Sorry.
Oh, I'm like, what's going on? And then my time is so jacked up.
Is it? Oh, is your computer still messed up?
Yeah, it's like I can't find what time. You know, let me just
It was
go to.
about.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. I found it.
Okay.
It was 9:07, so 10:07 your time.
Yeah, that's what. So you got in after. You got in after we.
Yeah,
pulled,
so
you got in after we pulled back. I got in before that. That pullback with a aggressive selling. I got in before that, and I sat through that. I mean, it was quick, but it was weird though, because like, let me just show the tape, because I won't lie to y'all, like I was nervous during that, because I was like, oh, maybe I made a mistake here. Which, I mean, whatever. Like my risk is managed. I was only risking 2 points, so whatever. I think I was risking like $25, but what happened was, if you look really close into the tape, we got this, and I was like, okay, dope. We're making a lower high. We're bouncing off of demand. Like, let me try along. I got in like I got in right here, and then we started to push up. We came back down. We started to push up again, and I saw this block of liquidity first, and I was like, oh. We sold off heavy. They took it off. I was like, oh, okay, I'm good. Then I saw this block of liquidity show up. I was like, uh-oh, again. And then we sold off again. But as soon as we started to reclaim, I was like, oh, I'm going to be straight. And then on top of that, we had this liquidity below us. And one thing that I've noticed, if you're a tape reader, you like reading book map, whenever these liquidities start to blip in, it's normally a pretty good sign that the market wants to hold the area. And I'll show you another example of when that happened. Looking back, hindsight being 2020, kind of sucks, but whatever. It was right.
Oh, when we sold our position?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I saw it too. When I sold it, I was like, man, I should have moved my stop back down to break even.
So you see how we got above it, they blipped this liquidity in, we came back, we didn't exactly touch it, but this is where we stopped, and then we came up. So whenever you see this blip of liquidity, it's not all the time that's going to happen, because nothing is every single time, but sometimes it's a good idea, or sometimes it's good to be like, okay, clearly there's a buyer here who wants to try to hold the line, and that he did, and then we ended up rallying up another 10 points from here. So, you know, it's all good. I'm not mad at it. I still think we managed to trade. I think for me, when I size up the 3 contracts, it'll be a little bit easier for me to hold.
I think
that.
you being at 2 is gonna feel much better when you get to 3, right? Because I started at 3 because I was used to playing in queue. I'm like, nah, I'm comfortable at 3. But now that I'm at 4, it feels so much better taking 3 off at 10 points. Because now I know I've done. Yeah, I take 3 off at 10, right? So it's like,
oh, my bad, because you're in 4. Yeah,
I'm in 4, so I take the 3 off at 10, and then basically the runner is actually a runner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
and I'm cool. I'm thinking that this week I'm gonna stick to this week. I'm gonna be at 2, and then next week I think I may size up to that 3, and then just
this is coming down.
Trade 3 the rest of the time. Yeah, it looks like we're rejecting 47.96, and also we're in 1 hour supply on NQ. So
I wanted to go over the reason why I took the trade for Valdez, because I know you just heard Justin's reasoning, but here, because Justin and I we both look at the same type of things, but Justin focuses more on the tape. I use the tape for liquidity sweeps, spotting liquidity, right? And now I'm getting better now that it's funny, because I think it's super cool that Justin and I are going through this journey together, because we end up rubbing off on each other. Like, things that I didn't really care about, now I can spot them really easy, right? Like, I never cared about divergences on the tape. I used to tell them to shut up. I'm like, I don't care about divergences. I really don't care. Now I'm like, yo, this price is diversion right here. Like, let me hit up Justin. Let me call him. Let me call him and ask him, is this bullish or bearish? And then, like, he'll see something on the chart patterns, and he'll start looking at my 5-minute demand or supply strategy. He'll be like, dang, that jump was fire. I'll be like, yeah, I know. But it's funny how we're starting to like combine. But let me show you on the chart patterns what exactly I saw and why I took the trade, why I was so confident when I woke up. First of all, I told you I did my analysis. Can they see my charts right
They can see it now.
Okay, sorry. First of all, when I did my analysis, like I told you guys, I found this 30-minute demand zone right here, and then the Fibonacci retracement. We already talked about that. So when I woke up, price looked like this. I was asleep on my couch, and I kid you not, I saw price doing this right here, just like that. And I woke up and I was like, okay, I came and sat down, I turned on my computer, and I was like, all right, it's too late to jump in the trade here. And theoretically, it's not too late. But because I know how price operates, I've studied the heck out of price. I know what price is about to do if it's to become bullish here. It's already proven that it wants to go bullish right here, right? So then when I was on my trader bait, this is what I did. I drew a horizontal line straight across these highs, just like that. And I said, if we can break above these highs and close above 47.75, now this is me fresh off the couch, right? I'm already thinking about the market. If we can break above and close above these highs, I'll look to get long on a retracement, expecting the inverse head and shoulders to play out. Then I look to the left and I look for the lowest wick here that coincided with what I would think a head and shoulders would be, right? And again, this sometimes it goes here, right? And I'll end up drawing like two lines. Like I'll draw here and then I'll draw here. And I'm like, okay, this is my little box area where I want to trade. I usually like to trade the lowest one, which is 47.70. And this is the hardest part right here. I'm gonna tell you right now that this part is the hardest because you never know if price is gonna reverse at this box, right? Or is it just gonna fake you out and leave without you? And this is where the acceptance has to come in. You have to accept that the market can leave without you, and you gotta be okay with that, because if not, you'll find yourself saying, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna get in right here. And then price does this, right? It flashes in the pan on you, and then boom, you're stopped out, but you had a great trade idea. So as soon as I saw this liquidity sweep on the tape, right? And again, this is what I use the tape for. I see liquidity sweeps. I immediately, as soon as price dropped down to 69.50, I immediately placed an order right here, a limit order at 47.70, right there on the dot. I said, that's where I want to get filled. And I knew that 47.70 was only 3 to 4 points away from the actual low, what I deemed the low. So I knew this trade was well in my acceptance level as far as my risk goes. It was actually under the risk, but I was willing to give it 4 total points because that's what I risked. So I was super comfortable in those 3 minis. So once price took off immediately, I was like, oh, we're good. I saw this candle, we pulled back a little bit, and then boom, I think I was up like $1,200 on this candle, right? Something like that. And then price just took off, right? So once I saw the break above here, I was more than willing to take my profits. I said, thank you, I'm out. You know what I mean? So you have to, I think the biggest takeaway from today, if you guys want to take away anything from Justin and I, is whether he's trading with me or whether we're trading individually, right? Or I'm trading with him, or whether we're trading together, I should say, right? Or we're trading individually, the thought process is the same. Whether it comes from the tape or it comes from the chart, the thought process is the same, because what he saw on the tape was a rejection. And he said, I saw buyers hold this floor. He showed you on the tape. He said he wanted to see buyers return or sellers return into this area and see what happens when buyers get into this area. The reason why I like chart patterns is because I can define my entry a lot better using the chart patterns than I can using the tape. Sometimes when I wait on the tape, it's a little bit late. Even though the tape is faster, the bubbles engulf what I truly need to see. The candlesticks show me in real time exactly what I need to see, right? And if you go down to the 15-second chart, you can see exactly what I saw, right? You can see this doji candle indicating a potential reversal. You see this push up out of this area. I already have my limit order set, right? Stop below the low, gone. Really, I was only risking, I didn't even risk this low. I risked this low, right? So if I was to journal this, I mean, it was a 1 point risk for me, barely, right? And I ended up netting, I think 11 or 12 points on this trade. So it was a banger. So, but yeah, I hope that answers your questions. And then Twice says, I just did it again. Good ideas. I'll try that. Thanks. I do need to work on expecting to not get my token back, so to speak. Yeah. There was Mark Douglas. Mark Douglas did a speech, and I watched the speech on YouTube. You can download it or whatever. and go watch it. But one thing that he started off by saying is he said he was talking about traders and the reason why we can't be profitable, right? It's because most traders don't accept the idea that the market's going to move up and down, right? Most of us, when we get in a trade, we want to be right away, right? And we expect the market to go in our favor and only in our favor. And the minute it doesn't, our emotions get triggered, right? The best traders in the world, right? The ones that you can go Google, they're emotionless when it comes to trading, right? And how did they get there? I guarantee you they didn't get there starting off with one mini. They became emotionless in regards to trading over time because they focused on strategy only, right? They focused on risk management, and all they did from that point forward was scale up. Hey, Bubba, you want to say hi to the people? Okay. Say what's up.
Hi.
Okay. So what's up? Justin's not looking at you.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Sorry, I'm trying to do some things over here. What's up? Can you hear me?
Say what's up, Justin?
What's up?
What's up?
Yeah.
You hear him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Say what's up, Justin?
What's up, Justin?
What's up?
All right, beat it, kid. I'm working.
Okay.
Go see mama. But yeah, that was the idea behind the trades, guys. Like I think today was a really good day. Even though I didn't even trade my other account, but I still took really good trade setups in this account too. So, and you know, putting on bigger size. I mean, if I would have put on the big size for that last trade we took, I would have been funded already. But I don't care. Like I was more in capital preservation mode, right? Like I was just like, all right, well, I could put on larger size, but for what? Right? Am I willing to risk that? No, I'm not. I'm not willing to go up $2,300 in one day and risk another $700 to get to $3,000. I'm not willing to do that. I would much rather size back down and say, thanks for the cheese market. I'll see you tomorrow, right? I'll size back down. And if I make it to 3,000 by Friday, because I think that's the deadline, right? If I make it to 3,000 by Friday and I can make $600 by Friday, it'll be on small size. I guarantee you that, right? It'll be trying to make $200 a day for the next 3 days, or I'll just get both of the accounts funded next week or whenever, however long it takes. Today was fun to put on size. Don't get me wrong. I hadn't seen thousands of dollars on the P&L in a while, right? Like it felt good. But at the same time, listening to Jay brought me back to reality where it's like, hey, man, let's stay focused. All right, cool. You got it. You know what I mean? And I didn't do that on the Journey account, but yeah, I thought today was a really good day, man. Really proud of the trades that I took today. And I just woke up. So what up, little guy? Oh, I appreciate y'all. Yeah, that's my little man, man. It's crazy how all of my light-skinned kids look just like me. Look just like me, but they light-skinned. Facts. Today was fun, but I got to settle down so I don't have the same expectations. Exactly. Today's in the books. It was fun. Enjoy it. Go journal. Right. I didn't even take any trades today, and I like in my Journey account, it's going to show up that I didn't take any trades today. And I don't care, right? Like I care that I took good trade setups no matter where they were, right? Tomorrow I'll potentially go wake up and try to trade the other account as well, and I'm going to try to mirror them because I don't want to miss out on trades. I just want to take the same 3 trades, two to three trades in both accounts and just be done. I don't like switching through accounts. I'd rather just mirror the accounts, right? Because I know if I'm taking good trades, it shouldn't matter whether or not I'm mirroring the trades. So. What you over there doing, Justin? You already journaled your grades.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to sign up for these classes.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what are you doing? He on some other stuff. He like, bro, I'm already checked out of the market. 47.95 was struck. Yeah, good call, Pop. I got us going back up to the previous day high, but I do understand why you were calling for 47.95. That was basically the low of this consolidation here. That was a really good call. Dead to rights. Yeah, you did. Did you take it? Or did you just Oh yeah, you took it. I see your little your images and stuff. I'm assuming that's on
I have to call before I do that. Oh man, what a good day. What a good day of trading.
Let's go. Let's go, Pop. Good kill count, man. Good day, bro. Good day all around. It's 11:30 though, Jay.
Yeah, I'm ready to get out of here.
Yeah, I know you ready because I was like, shoot, I'm over here kicking it like it's just like the stream just started.
Yeah.
Hey, man, go ahead, Jay. Take us out, man. You the one been here all morning.
No, it's all good. Hey, I appreciate y'all today. We had a really good trading day. I think everybody killed it in the market today, to be honest. And even if you didn't kill it, hopefully, you journal and you take from today lessons, right? Because even if you lose, you can still win as long as you turn it into a win by learning something. But other than that, man, like the journey's going great. I think everybody's killing it, and yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to put out a video today. I don't know yet. It's either gonna be my trading plan video, which I've been planning on putting out. I finished the slides. I just need to record the video, and then I think I'm gonna put out a review. But I think I'm gonna do it on tomorrow after I take all my trades, and I'll just review half the week. So yeah, that's my plan. So be on the lookout for a video with basically all the things we've been talking about, sizing down the journey and everything. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, and last thing, CPI and PPI are Thursday and Friday. So expect a volatile week for the rest of the week. I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring, but PPI and CPI are going to be nuts. So
yeah, it is. And they got everybody amped up to go buy Apex accounts and blow them on CPI day.
Damn right they do. That's facts. That's facts.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, look. This is the Trader Shop, man. Y'all already know what it is. That guy over there is Jay Seals. My name is T. Hobbs. Don't forget to tip the barbers on your way out, man. Hit the like and subscribe button. Turn the notification bells on so you get notified every time we put videos out or go live, man. That being said, we'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace.